Watson, touchdown! Hunter Renfrow. Little man makes another enormous play. 1 second remaining. Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins! The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
Good snap. Good hold. And the kick is blocked. Appalachian State has stunned the college football world. One of the greatest upsets in sports history. Blocked by Corey Lynch.
Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies, if you're out there. Welcome back to the Red 5478 YouTube channel. I am Red 5478, and we are in for a very long day, but a good day of college football. It is the wrap up of the New Year's Six Bowls. Today on this channel, we are going to be streaming and reacting to the Verbo Fiesta Bowl taking on Liberty Flames against the Oregon Ducks. Liberty, the last and only undefeated group of five team in the country, and Oregon, who only lost to Washington twice this season. We are set to kick off. We are not going to fuck around and get right into it, guys. If you are watching, I will be keeping tabs with your comments. If you have something you would like to say, if you have a question about the game or just want to shoot the shit during the game, by all means, please comment, stick around, plug it in, do something else, listen as I tell this story that is about to unfold in a seemingly half empty toaster in Arizona. And we are underway. The Fiesta Bowl is off. Liberty will receive the ball, and that kickoff is going to go for a touchback. We are off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to also just announce at the top, we have a megacast coming up later on this afternoon, streaming on 3 YouTube channels. Myself, a logical Canadian, Red Rubber Ducklin, will be broadcasting both of the college football playoff semifinal games, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. So get ready for that. It is going to be a great day. And right off the bat, Akbar fan, glad to see you, buddy. Hey, we'll be on and off here again today. Just busy with some things around in my place. Happy New Year. Happy New Year as well as the ball snapped. It's going to be a dump off pass down to the right side, and he's going to be dropped behind the line. So it's going to be second and long for Liberty. It looks like about second and 13. They started on the 25, so got brought back to the 22. I am using ESPN or Gamecast on this one because I have a shitty laptop. So I'm going to try to take it easy today. Still figuring out this whole live streaming bullshit. And Liberty's going to have a little bit of tempo. They got trips up top on the screen here. And it's a shotgun formation. Running back to his left. He got man in motion. Ball snaps. Going to hand it off. Fake the handoff. It's going to be an option. Pitching it to the right. And that's going to be a huge run. And he's going to break away. He's all the way down to the 50 to 45. He's brought down around the 43-yard line and a late hit out of bounds. Liberty. Liberty. Oh, Liberty. That is going to be another 10 to 15 yards tacked on top of a major run for the Flames. Alan Nadeau, watching on my TV, would join, but my voice is shot to screaming. 3 wrestling shows in one day. Jesus fucking Christ. Hoping for an Oregon win. All right. I'm always for the underdog. I know people have their things they want to say about Liberty, and I don't, I'm not going to talk about their views as a school. I'm just talking about the football team. These kids deserve this. And I mean, we all know mid-majors have a thing for playing Cinderella in the big bowl games. Average Mitch, welcome back. Cannot wait for the semifinals. It's going to be great. Highlander, great to see you. Happy New Year. And wow is right. First and 10 for Liberty at the Oregon 29 as the ball snaps. Going to be a pass. It's going to go deep. Shoot for the end zone. Over his man. Missed him by a little bit. Just a wee bit. Intended for Daniels Jr. Going to be second and 10. I mean, if you're Liberty here, the controls are off. He had a man for like a split second, but that ball just sailed just a little too high. He had a man open in the end zone, just barely missed him. If you watch some of my preview on Saturday night, this is going to be 2 offenses that really are really high power here. So we could see a lot of scoring. It could be a shootout. Nobody really has a great, solid, badass defense. Oregon might have a bit of an advantage on there, but it's going to be a gunslinging match. All right, shotgun snap, takes it. Quarterback's going to run. He's going to be whacked for about a 6-yard gain. Salter, the quarterback, he's really goddamn good. I don't know about you guys, but Salter, quarterback for Liberty, is really goddamn good. So let me know how many opt-outs are in for this game. I do know Bo Nix did not opt out like we were thinking he was going to. He announced that he is going to play. He is going to go. So a rare star bound for the NFL draft is playing. And, that's going to be a problem for Liberty when they get on defense. But Liberty is on offense. It's going to be third and one at the 21-yard line. They're going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to get that first down. Actually picks up about 4 yards on that rush. Liberty out the gate, just punching Oregon in the mouth. You love to see it. If you're a Ducks fan, you absolutely hate to see this. Liberty is not fucking around. Now the question is, can they keep this up? I got the Brewskis. Just dropped my ball cap already. Smooth, I know. I'm so good at this. Not. All right. 1st and 10 for Liberty. They are firmly in the red zone on the 17-yard line. It's going to be a single back formation, play action. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking. He's going to go, running out of time. Throws it. Caught! Touchdown, Liberty! Touchdown, Liberty! Holy shit! Bentley Hanshaw with a 17-yard reception for the touchdown. What the hell? 5 plays. I think it was 5 plays. And they marched right down the field for the touchdown. He had all day to throw that fucking ball, and it was just a beautiful dime right for the corner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Extra point is up, and he shanked it. They leave a point on the field. It is 6-0. My ESPN app just updated me saying it was 7. No, it is 6-0. They missed the extra point. Ooh, that could be costly down the road. Get back to the comments here. There is a reason Liberty is still undefeated, and they are proving it right now. You're goddamn right. Conference USA is the weakest of the power of the FBS. They are the weakest conference. They went undefeated. Liberty had the weakest schedule. So everybody's saying, oh, they don't deserve to be here. Why didn't you put in SMU? Blah, blah, blah. Well, clearly, as the resulting Fenway Bowl showed, SMU didn't deserve to be here. Tulane didn't deserve to be here either. They lost their game. They were the only other 2 teams that could have, in theory, grabbed a New Year's 6 slot. So, wow. We are off and running here in Arizona. Thank you very much to the 7 of y'all that are watching right now. I really do appreciate it. If you want to comment on the stream, you're damn right it was quick, average text message fan. It was real goddamn quick. If you want to comment, I will read your comments on the stream. If we get pretty busy, I'll do the best I can. Hopefully we get busy. But if not, it's just a pretty chill stream. I'm not expecting anything, to be honest with you here. I just love football. So I'm going to take a quick second here. I need to decompress after that. That was an incredible first drive by Liberty. I mean, you could not have started that game. The only thing you could have done better is the extra point. They did miss the extra point. So that could come back to bite Liberty in the ass down the road. We don't really know. Taking a look at some other games we got going on. Currently, we have the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa. Wisconsin's currently up 14-0 on LSU, which is extremely – oh, nope. Touchdown LSU. LSU just got the touchdown after going second and goal on the Wisconsin one, it looks like. So LSU finally gets on the board with about 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, the Citrus Bowl is just getting started. We have a 0-0 score. That game is over on ABC. Iowa has the ball currently on 3rd down. So, thank you very much, everybody that's watching. If you like what I do here, please feel free to subscribe. I don't just do live streams, even though it seems to be all I'm doing the last couple of days. I promise I have actual videos in the pipe. The history of the national championship games are in the final stages of script writing, video editing, and voiceovers are set to begin tomorrow. We are going to have that video out hopefully by the end of this week, and that's going to be a breakdown of every official championship game in the modern era. So, and the extra point is good in the ReliaQuest Bowl. So it's 14-7 Wisconsin, but the Tigers are threatening. Liberty's going to kick it off here. Liberty, let's see how they do on defense against Bo Nix. It could be another 1-2 punch by Oregon here. And the kickoff is brought back to about the 21, 22-yard line for Oregon. So this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. I was hoping for a game that was going to be a shootout. I was expecting it to be a little bit of a shootout. Maybe Oregon takes over closer to the end, but it's going to be a good one. Highlander, are you going to be doing the Bama-Michigan game? I am. There's a separate live stream for that is going to go live at about 4:45 Eastern time today. It's going to be a three-way mega broadcast with my buddies, Red Rubber Duckwind and a Logical Canadian. So if you guys want to stick around, you got that much time to kill today. It's New Year's Day after all. Please feel free to stick around, as there was a run up the gut from Oregon to start the game for them on offense, and it's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards, and it's going to be about 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, something like that, from the 20-something yard line. So looks like we got a little bit of a timeout here. Maybe somebody's hurt. I'm not quite sure yet. ESPN isn't showing it. We got an Oregon Duck that is a little banged up on the play here, number 55. I don't have his name in front of me. And as is characteristic of me, I drink a lot. So there you go. 14 of y'all, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate everybody stopping by to say hello. Feel free to comment if you have a question. Alec Kazam, you were right about Liberty. Hey, I'm not an expert at this stuff. Just looking at the hard facts and how they have been all season, their offense has just been electric. I mean, fucking electric. And that was Marcus Harper the second that got hurt. And considering it's a it's a speed offense versus a speed offense, and both teams don't have that great of a defense, it's probably going to be a shootout. So we'll have to see. As that is complete, ball thrown to Johnson. That's going to be first down for Oregon for Bo Nix. He gets his first completion of the afternoon, as this will be his final game before going to the draft. Oregon is in their throwbacks, and I fucking love their throwbacks. It's, you got Donald Duck on the sleeves, the UO on the helmet. Very, very distinct. Average, I'll get to your comment in a second. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33. Ball is snapped, thrown off quick back to Johnson. It's going to pick up about another 4 yards. Looks like Oregon's kind of poking and prodding at that defense right now, trying to see where the holes are today. It's a little slower of a start than it was for Liberty, but we're only about 3 plays in right now. Maybe we'll see some fireworks in a second. Average text Mitch, I wasn't here for the stream the other day, but goddamn, that Georgia game was a bloody one. You're fucking right, it was. Let's not talk about that again. It was awful. All right, so we got a shotgun set up here for Bo Nix. Got a man to his left, so to send Johnson, the wide receiver, in motion. Got dual set up top, ball snap, takes the handoff. He's got to throw it. It's going to be caught, and he is at the 35, 30, 25, all the way down to the 23, 22-yard line. Oregon countering with a major completion of their own, and here we go. The fireworks have started. Has a man wide open over the middle. They got busted in zone coverage with the gap, and it's going to be a little up-tempo here. Ball snapped by Oregon again for the 22, and he's going to be stuffed for only a 2-yard gain. He's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line, just barely inside the red zone. Having a technical issue, guys. We'll be right back in a second. Everybody see me okay? Hear me? Got it. Sorry about that, guys. Just yeah, just had some stuff come up that needed to be dealt with and needed to be discussed. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing we need to worry about. All right. So obviously during this interlude, Oregon drove down the field and stalled out. Ended up giving up a field goal, 3 points, but they did just get the ball back off of a punt and a near muff. So it is going to be 1st and 10. They just ran the ball up the middle. Just got stopped at the 50 for a few yards. So it's going to be 2nd down. I'm going to go through some of the backlog of comments here. Tiger Spawn, yep. They did miss the extra points somehow. I guess the excitement and everything just got a hand. Oh, Highlander took care of it. Thanks, guys, for stepping up on that. I appreciate it. So, all right, let's see here. Ball snap, Bo drops it back to pass. He's going to throw it, throws it into the ground in front of his receiver, incomplete. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Liberty. They are amazingly, they're looking like the superior team right now. It's early in the game. I know it's. I can't believe this. I can't believe like Liberty. They only got a 3-point lead, right? But Liberty is seeming to be able to hold off the Oregon attack right now, as we just got a notification that Wisconsin just scored a touchdown. It's 21-14 in the ReliaQuest Bowl. All right, 3rd and 5 from the 50-yard line. Oregon has a man in motion. They're going to take the snap, drops back to pass, and it'll be thrown and dropped. Incomplete. Had both hands on the ball. That was going to be a 1st down. It is now 4th down for Oregon. They will punt the ball. And that was just a low throw by Bo Nix to start. It was a low throw by Bo Nix that he should not have had to worry about throwing the ball so low. The man was wide open. He had a guy chasing him, if anything, but just for whatever reason he threw the ball low. So Oregon will punt it from the 50. Going to try to pin Liberty deep here, and the ball is away clean. And the Liberty defender is going to fair catch at the 8-yard line. So thank you to the 26 of y'all that have joined. Once again, my name is Red. I run a college football YouTube channel here, Red5478. If you like guys just talking a bunch of shit and shit posting about college football, that's what I do. Feel free to subscribe and check out my stuff. Got a new video coming out in the next couple of days, hopefully. It's going to be kind of a shit poster's take on every official national championship game. We're not going to be talking about the de facto ones that happened in, early college football. We're talking about basically college football championship games from the 90s on. That video is going to be a long one. I'm hoping to have the voiceovers done today, get video editing started tomorrow, and to have it out by Saturday at the latest in time for the big boy in the national championship on Monday. Average Texas Mitch fan. Also, Washington has a semi-easy schedule for this season as well. That's in relation to a comment that they made earlier. They're going someone closest to their rankings. That's a whole other conversation going on in there. So we got 20 of you fuckers in here. Thank you very much. Later on today, there will be a live stream of the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. Going to be a mega cast for both games on all 3 of our YouTube channels. My channel, Red5478, obviously, but also my friend, a Logical Canadian, and Red Rubber Duckwin will be streaming this as well. The 3 of us will be on the stream together to talk about it and react accordingly. And it's going to be a great day of college football. It's can't wait. It's already begun, and it's been a good one so far. Liberty has been able to, so far, for the most part, stonewall the Ducks and keep them out of the end zone. That could change, but Liberty does have the ball currently. They're going to have the ball deep in their own territory. We will have to wait and see. Other scores right now, I just mentioned that Wisconsin took the lead back in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That's a barn burner, I tell you what, right now. I'm going to keep a close eye on that one. 21-14, Wisconsin leads LSU. No Big Ten team has won a bowl game yet, except for Minnesota. But we're not going to talk about Minnesota because they were 5-7. Fuck them. And Iowa against Tennessee. That is still tied as we approach 3.5 to go in the first quarter. So here we go. All right, Liberty's going to have a trips shotgun set. They're going to have the ball at the 8-yard line, 1st and 10, man in motion. And here we go. Snaps off. They're going to fake the handoff, going to pitch it to the outside. And it is going to be a good pickup for about 11, but there is a flag on the field. We do have a flag. It was thrown in the defensive secondary. That could be a holding call. So let's see. Holding on the offense, it is. So Liberty is going to have that run wiped away from the board. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Remember, they started on the 8-yard line, so they're going to be backed up to about the 4. It's going to be really tough to break out of this area right now. And it's on the right tackle. He was working his way upfield and just wrapped his hands around the dude's neck almost. Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. Got to get low. You got to get in front of the guy. That's just bad technique. Bad technique. All right, so we're going to start over again. 1st and 10 from the 8. I guess. Oh, I guess because the first down counted and the holding happened after they got the first. I don't know. I'm not official. But anyway, they had to start over from scratch, but they just ran the ball. They just had a little quick throw over the middle, and it looks like if they're not at the first down, it's going to be 2nd and inches. So clearly the hold's not slowing them down too much here. And they are stopping the clock for something. I don't know. What are they stopping the clock for? What's the problem? What the hell is okay? They were just checking the spot. So it is 1st and 10 for Liberty. 1st and 10 for Liberty. They are out of their own end zone, thank God. So far, Liberty has 6 first downs. Oregon only has 2 first downs, if you can believe that stat. That is actually insane. All right, here we go. Liberty's in a shotgun. They got 4 wide set here and a flag. And that's going to be false start on Liberty. That's going to back about 5 yards. They're kind of just sputtering here right now. They get 10 yards, they get a holding call. They get another 10 yards, they get a false start. So just shooting themselves in the foot right now on this drive, which has not been them at all this game. So lack of discipline, lack of awareness. I don't know. Because the hold was a really stupid hold, just bad technique by the offensive lineman. He put his hands around his helmet. And then that was just somebody, getting a little too jittery. So here we go. 1st and 15. Ball is snapped. Salter's looking to throw. He's going to dump it off to his receiver short route, and he's only going to pick up a couple. Average Texas Mitch fan, that is a good question. Why is Liberty ranked much lower for an undefeated team? A lot of reasons, actually. Number one, the conference they play in is Conference USA, which is one of the bottom feeders of FBS. It's one of the lowest ranked conferences. They're worse than the Sun Belt. They're worse than American. They're worse than MAC. They're worse than all of them. Second, they had the easiest schedule in the country, ranked 100 and whatever the hell it is, out of 100 and whatever the hell it is. They were last. They won all their games, and that's a fake play action throw. Was that caught? Was that caught? That is a catch. An incredible catch by Liberty. That fucker out of the sky and just toe tapped it. That was incredible. He beat his man over the top. Holy shit, what a play. Sorry. So basically, Mitch, it was a combination of playing in a weak conference and having a weak schedule, but they would happen to be the last undefeated team left in the group of 5, so that's why they're here. Here we go. So after that great play, it is 1st and 10 from the 37 for Liberty. They're going to hand the ball off, pick up about 5 yards. A very good run there. What in the hell is going on with Oregon? Holy shit. Holy shit. All right. So I don't know. My camera's keeping. I'm getting notifications, so my camera just kind of keeps cutting in and out. Sorry about that, guys, but that's not why we're here. All right. So 2nd and 6 for Liberty. Ball snaps. Going to drop back to pass. He's throwing deep, and that is incomplete. Was that a pass? Was that pass interference? No. Okay. Corner was all over his ass, and they don't throw the flag. You're welcome, Mitch. Dude, that should have been a flag. He never turned for the ball. He was holding on to his ass like that. That is a clear pass interference. Why the ref kept the flag in the pocket there, I don't know. That should have been a flag, 15 yards on that first down. That's fucked up. All right, well, 3rd and 6 for Liberty. They've been able to overcome penalties. Maybe they can overcome a no penalty here. Snap. Salter is looking for the pass. He's looking. He's going to make a run for it. Jukes tries to make something miss and falls short at the 45. So after all that, it's going to be a 4th down for Liberty, and they're going to probably punt the ball here. Or are they? He's not going to the sideline. He's not going to the sideline. Okay, I think Liberty's considering it. I know people talk about analytics and the 4th or 4 and 4 or less in this position. Just go for it. I mean, I know Liberty has nothing to lose here, whether they lose or they win, but don't be stupid. And it looks like they are going to punt. So they'll go ahead and put the ball away. It's a good kick, and that'll be fair caught around the 17-yard line. So, how are we feeling right now, guys? All 26 of you fuckers here. How are we feeling at the moment? Because I'll tell you something right now. This is not what we expected. Most people expected this to be kind of a blowout. I mean, clearly, there's barely anybody at this game. Granted, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning in Arizona, so I understand if there's people that don't want to get up this early to go to a football game. Everybody kind of thought this was going to be a blowout, but I didn't. I figured this was going to be a little bit of a gun show. First 2 drives produced points, and then kind of a stalemate since then. Defense has kind of figured out these offenses a little bit here. All right, Oregon's got the ball, snaps. Nix is looking to throw. He is going to heave, and he's got a man. He drops it again. Another drop for Oregon. What the hell happened there? Oregon got a case of the drops, it looks like. What in the fuck? That's the 2nd drop of the game for Johnson. He was the intended target there for Oregon. I don't think it was a bad throw. Like the first time he dropped the ball, and they kind of threw the ball a little low. The 2nd time, I mean, that was kind of right in the hands there. We just went to halftime to Reliant West Bowl. Wisconsin still leads 21-14. All right, Nick's going to hand the ball off. No, he's going to play action. Throws it. It's going to be caught by Johnson, who just dropped the ball. He's going to get a first down, a lot more. And he's out of bounds. There we go. There we go. Well, Johnson finally got a catch. Kathy Davis Gray, thanks for showing up. I admit, I thought it was going to be one-sided. Oh, no. My son-in-law's a duck. Yikes. Come on, guys. That's going to be a rough holiday if they end up losing this game. Make sure you send them a gift package as a condolence if they lose. All right, so Oregon with that throw was able to get a pretty good amount of yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. They're on 34. They're not quite past the 50 yet, but they're starting to drive. And that is snapped, handed off up the middle. It's going to be a nice run for about 7 yards, it looks like. We brought it down around the 42-yard line. Irving, the ball carrier there, hadn't had a whole lot of work yet today, I don't think. Then again, I had some shit to take care of, some things I had to do for a few minutes there. So, all right. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score. Liberty 6, Oregon 3. Who would have thought that was going to be the case, right? Nobody expected this, but oh man, this is the Fiesta Bowl. Always, for whatever reason, it's always the Fiesta Bowl that has these really fucked up kind of David Goliath games. I mean, we all are thinking, you were all thinking Boise State, Oklahoma right now, right? You got to be thinking that in this freaking game. If you're not thinking Boise State versus Oklahoma in the 07-08 Fiesta Bowl, I don't know. You're either too young to remember it or you're not putting your head in the right mindset because Liberty has been able to match Oregon blow for blow so far. And the only reason why Liberty hasn't been able to get their touchdown on the board, I think, is just because they had a good drive that stalled them out because of 2 penalties on them and 1 bad no call by a ref. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Checking on what are things real quick here. So end of the first quarter, we are still tied. Iowa and Tennessee still tied. And I'm not surprised. Have you guys not seen the defense on Iowa? They're one of the best defenses in the nation. Their offense just can't do shit. All right, average Texas Mitch. First TCU upsets Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl last year. Now this game so far. Here's the thing, right? TCU at least plays in a power conference in the Big 12. So nobody thought they were going to win, but also it wasn't too terribly surprising. Like, it was an upset for sure, but it wasn't like a earth-shattering upset. The Boise State Oklahoma Fiesta Bowl, that was earth-shattering. That was the first like major underdog beating a overlord upset in the BCS that truly happened, because prior to like the 07-08 season, BCS just did not really have any mid-majors able to go in because they had 4 bowls. One of them was a national championship, and they had to, pick from only 8 teams. When they expanded it out, it allowed them to bring in more of these mid-major schools that had really good seasons as an at-large, and save them from an antitrust lawsuit. I'll get into that in my bowl games in my national championship video. So when you look at this situation, I mean, being experienced in, watching college football for, 20-some years, I'm not terribly surprised that Liberty is hanging around at the moment, because for every Boise State beating Oklahoma with a Statue of Liberty play, there's at least 50 hot starts for these underdogs that just fizzle out as the game goes on because brute force by the superior team, seemingly superior team, I should say. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Volunteers seem to have cracked the Iowa defense and are up 7-0 at the start of the second quarter. So that whole mindset of, hey, just keep Tennessee out of the end zone, you might actually win it. Well, that's out the window now, because you're in some shit. You're letting them score. What the hell are you doing? So we are back from break. As I mentioned earlier, Oregon is running some trickery bullshit here. What are they doing? They got 4 big boys on the bottom of the screen. They hand the ball off to Irving. It works. Gets them about 10 yards on a run, but what the fuck? They had 4 offensive line. They had 4 big boys down south, and then they had their Irving run motion, hand the ball off, shovel to him, and then he just breaks out and just goes for 10 yards. That's a very interesting trick play that Liberty, I mean, they gave up the first down, it was 2nd and 3, but they just pretty much snuffed it out. Normally when we think trick play, you're thinking like touchdowns. That was a pretty mediocre one. And Irving breaks free, running the ball. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. He's back up to the 15-yard line, makes the man miss. 10-5 brought down. A huge run for Oregon. Right after the trick play, I was still talking about it. Then they hand the ball up to Irving up the middle, and he just breaks loose. Nobody in secondary that was able to catch him. He just kept on making the miss. And right there, Oregon has a chance to take the lead. It is 1st and goal for Oregon at the 5-yard line. Hold on to your butts, folks. We're in for a ride here. They're in a trip shotgun formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Irving again. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, but not to the goal line. He's down around the 3. Wow. I mean, Liberty, that's just a complete failure right there. I don't know how, credit to the offensive lineman for getting their blocks, but there was nobody there out in the secondary that could contain Irving as he just carved up that defensive secondary, made a bunch of dudes miss. Very impressive by Irving on that run. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line for Oregon. kind of a power gun formation here, pistol, I guess you would call it. Nix does the read option, throws it, and it is caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Touchdown, Oregon. 2-yard touchdown pass to the back of the end zone for Gary Bryant Jr., and Oregon takes the lead. Currently 9-6, about to be 10-6, barring the extra point. And this is where you got to wonder, where is Liberty going to respond? Textbook play by Bo Nix. Can't really, they had the safety bit on the cut, and he was just wide open in the back of the end zone. So well done, but well executed by Bo Nix and Oregon right there. Now, how does Liberty respond? Urban just carved up their secondary on a 45-yard rushing play, and then just capped it off with a touchdown. You knew this was going to happen. Now, does Liberty's offense crumple? I don't think they do. And Adrian Shreves just commented, welcome to the show. Liberty been down before in games. You're goddamn right. But this is the biggest game they have played in, and this is the toughest opponent they have played. So I'm optimistic that they'll be able to respond in kind, but I'm also skeptical because we don't know what how this team is going to be able to handle. Their last drive, they made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes in the last drive. They kept on shooting themselves in the foot on penalties. Are they going to be able to kind of shore that up, have a little more discipline on the line, better technique on the O-line to prevent holding calls? I don't know. We'll have to see. 41 people on the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by to say hello. And, like I said, my name is Red. I make a lot of shit posting content on college football. I got a video coming out in the next week, hopefully, regarding all modern national championship games, just kind of breaking down all of them, seeing what went right, what went wrong. If you enjoy college football, please feel free to subscribe. I'm not that serious. Don't take anything I say too seriously, but I have been right about a lot of things, surprisingly. So if you want to hear a guy just shoot the shit about college football, subscribe. This is only my third live stream. We're currently in commercial, so this is only my third live stream. I appreciate y'all showing up to support. And yeah. And if you comment, as you just saw with Adrian, I will read all of your comments. Just if you got a question, you want to about this game or even about the upcoming games, please feel free to ask a question. I'll be able to answer it for you and maybe shed a little light. I will be streaming again later on today with a doubleheader. Obviously, the semifinals of the college football playoffs: Michigan and Alabama in the Rose Bowl, Washington, Texas in the Sugar Bowl. It is going to be great. I'm doing a triple mega cast with my buddies, the Logical Canadian and River Production. We will have the live stream here on this YouTube channel as well. It won't just be me. I'll have my buddies with me. So feel free to stop by and say hello. Yeah, this has been great so far. Apologies for stepping away earlier. Had some family matters to attend to real quick. But we are here, and it's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be alive, guys. So drink to that. I don't prefer Bud Light, but the store was at PBR, so what are you going to do? All right, we're back from commercial now. Did anybody think honestly that we would have a start like this where we would have Liberty really, showing up to be a better team so far? Really wasn't until the end of that first quarter where Oregon started to kind of spread their wings a little bit and kind of roll on offense. Liberty's been able to shut them down fairly effectively. But it's the second quarter now, and the ball's underway. The ball is away, I should say. Kickoff is going through the end zone for a touchback. Liberty was starting at 25, and got about just under 13 minutes to go in the second. They're going over another replay of that read option touchdown pass by Bo Nix. Just the awareness to be able to see that he had a man that was going to get open in the back of the end zone. Pretty good. Bo Nix, this is finally his last college football game. This has been around since before 2020. You can blame COVID. Final game of his senior season, and it's been a hell of a run for him. All right, Salter's going to take the ball, snap for Liberty. They're going to do a little power run up the middle, and they're going to get about 3.5, maybe 4 on the rush. So a quiet start to the first drive, which is fine. If you all have any questions about anything, please feel free to comment. I will read them off and answer them as we go. 2nd and 6 for Liberty. They got to about the 29, so we'll see what they dial up here. Shotgun formation, got a man south, man north. And they got a tight end lined up behind the right tackle, it looks like. Calling an audible. 3, 2, 1, play clock, and they're going to run the ball and stuff for only a yard. Only a yard. Liberty, you need to do something here. How are you going to answer? How are you going to answer the Ducks touchdown? Because Oregon's offense, they're just firing. They're just firing right now. They're figuring out this Liberty defense. Liberty's defense has to adjust, but you're not going to be able. I mean, that coach said, against Bo Nix, it's going to be hard to stop this guy. So you got to respond on offense in kind. So what are you going to do here? It's 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Liberty's 30. Got a man in motion. Drops back to pass. Salters look. He's got a man in front of his face. He'll throw it, and it is almost caught, dropped. Incomplete. 4th down. And Liberty goes 3 and out after Oregon's touchdown. That is not good. Sibley Jr. was the intended target. It was actually nearly picked. Manning for Oregon had 2 arms on the ball. He almost caught that thing. Sibley was behind him, juggled it afterwards. He didn't hold on to it. That could have been a big breaking play, but it would have been dumb luck if it did. So what are you going to do? There are my ESPN notifications here. So Liberty's obviously going to punt. They're on their own 30-yard line. Nothing you can do here. And ball's away clean. And it's looking like it's going back pretty deep. The receiver's still backing up. Fields it around the 13, and he is brought down at the 25. So not really a field position gain there on the punt. I feel like the dude that tackled the receiver got away with the face mask a little bit there. I mean, he just clocked his ass, but then his arm and face his hand went right over the dude's face. I guess because he didn't actually yank on it, the referees let it slide, but I don't know. So we are at the commercial. Yeah, I'm not going to keep repeating the same talking points here. We all know what's going on later. If you've been here for a few minutes, you know what I'm going to be doing later for the semifinals. Stick around if you want to watch it. If you don't want to, if you got some shit going on tonight, I fully understand. No big deal. Drink of choice today, a little bit of Bud Light. PBR was not in the store, so I'm drinking the piss. It's a neutral beer. I'm not a fan of Bud Light because it doesn't taste like anything. Like it doesn't taste like anything. I like beer with a little bit of flavor, not like citrus flavor. But I do like a shock top, but I don't like a Bud Light Lime, for example. All right, 34 of you guys are sticking around. Appreciate you all watching this shit show. 37 now. Hey, we are making it work. I am broadcasting this particular stream on my YouTube and my Twitch. So if you are on Twitch, feel free to follow me over there. This is the only thing I will do on Twitch. I don't have gaming setups. I'm using a shitty laptop and my cell phone for the camera. I got the laptop to keep everything in check on the stream. Barely. I got a shitty ass. I got my iPhone right here to kind of keep my face, this ugly son of a bitch, on screen. So what are you gonna do? So taking a look at this right now, I mean, Bo Nix has been doing fairly well. 7 for 11, 81 yards and touchdown. Salter for Liberty has only 61 yards, but he's 6 of 10 with a touchdown. Irving for Oregon for 61 rushing yards. Did good. is leading the rushing yards category with 45. Johnson with 68 yards with 2 drops. He's had the drops this game. And Daniels for Liberty with 42 yards. So nothing really that blows the stats off of your head here, but a very solid performance on the offense so far. Liberty is making it tough. They're not going to make it easy for the Ducks. Ducks are ranked 8th in the country. Liberty is ranked 23rd. Ducks' only losses this season were to Washington, once in the regular season, once in the Pac-12 championship. Liberty obviously ran the table in Conference USA, but notoriously had probably the easiest schedule in college football. So how good are they? We're finding out. They're actually pretty good. They're keeping Oregon in check so far, only down by 4. Ducks ball in the 25, 1st and 10. Shotgun set, 3 wideouts on the formation. They're going to hand the ball back off to Oregon, and he is stuffed at the line. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. So if you're Oregon, you really do not want Liberty to be hanging around right now. The longer that Liberty stays in this game, the more dangerous they get. Oregon needs to be trying to go for big plays to get the kill right now to assert their dominance. That is the only way they're going to win. If Liberty is still hanging around the 4th quarter, that's when all bets are off and anything can happen, right? Ball snaps. Nix is looking deep, runs upfield. He'll throw it complete, but he doesn't complete it before the 1st down line. Completes it about a yard short. He was about 4 yards in front of the line, catches the ball, and then by the time he has possession, he's about a yard in front of the line, it looks like. Depends on where they spot the ball, but it's going to be 3rd and 1. So what could have been a 1st down is actually a 3rd down. That's a bit of an error there. Not done crazy, but it's going to be a little bit magnified here if they don't get it. Oregon brings in an extra O-lineman. They're going to run with a big boy set, goal line formation on the 35-yard line. Hands the ball off, and that is going to be a 1st down and then some. It started at the 35. He's brought down the 48-yard line. 1st down for the Ducks. Just too many blockers. Too many blockers for Oregon. Liberty did not have a setup in kind. They were thinking that they were going to try to throw the ball, maybe do some crazy option play. No, they went up the middle. They're going to repeat the same thing because it worked, and he is brought down for about maybe 2 yards at about the 50-yard line. So they'll probably change up the formation now. Get out of that. Jordan James was the running back for those last 2 plays, and he's averaging about 7 yards a rush right now. Leader of the Pac-10. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not a stat guy. I'm just reading what they say on TV and also what they're saying here on ESPN. So if you're expecting me to be very scientific, I'm not. I'm drinking beer and I'm shooting a vape right now. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line. Oregon was here just a few minutes ago. Ball is snapped. Play action. Nix is looking. He's going to throw it. And it is caught and dropped again. Ferguson couldn't hold on. The drops continue for Oregon, but that was more of a great defensive play by the corner. Receiver caught the ball, was tucking it away, and the corner just whacks it out of his hands. Great play by Liberty there. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now for Oregon. Terrence Ferguson was the intended target on that play, but he just could not secure the ball. Got caught napping on ball security there. He's lucky that wasn't a fumble. All right, Bo Nix is all alone on shotgun. 3rd down. He's going to hand the ball off to James, and he is going to be brought down at the line. It's going to be 1st down, Oregon. Just barely enough to get the 1st down, but got the 1st down. He did. And Liberty's defense is showing just, Liberty's really good. They've had a great season, but that defense is just having a really hard time right now stopping the Ducks offense. And they're at full strength. And that is going to be a free play. The defender jumped, and that is going to be, is that a catch? And that's going to be a catch. 1st down, Oregon, right about the 25-yard line. Defender jumped the ball. He got caught offsides. That's a free play. They throw a streak over the middle. Easy play for Oregon. And Liberty continues to, commit penalties that are just kind of costing them right now. You're not down by much at the moment, but you can't get down too far. Because this defense is just, they did pretty good to start, but they're not stopping Oregon right now. It's actually caught the 20, excuse me. First at the 20-yard line, and they are blowing the play dead. Liberty's going to call a timeout. They need to reset here, and I need to reset as well. Reset complete. So we're about an hour into this game now, folks. And as you can see on ESPN, they just finally updated it on my shitty-ass computer. Holden was the receiver on that 20-yard play after Liberty got caught jumping off sides. Reminder, when a defensive lineman jumps off sides, as long as they don't make contact and he's still off sides when the ball is snapped, that's basically a free play for the offense. You could throw an interception that gets run back for a touchdown, but if that defender is off sides in the neutral zone, they're going to call it back. It's going to be first down for the offense no matter what. So you can throw a Hail Mary right there. Just say, fuck it, go for the end zone. And it works every single time because the defense is thinking they're about to blow the whistle. The referees, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And just a great heads-up play there by Oregon to get the ball to the red zone. They're knocking on the door again for another touchdown. Liberty's 20-yard line. Drive's gone for about 7 plays and 55 yards. So, once again, to repeat it for those of you that are just joining us, my name is Red. I do a lot of college football videos in a shit posting type nature. If you're into shit posting or just memes in general, you might enjoy my lighthearted and cynical bastard-like take on college football. I got plenty of videos up right now. This is only my third live stream I've ever done, so I'm still figuring this shit out. But so far, so good today. Internet's not crashing on me yet, thank God. Knocking on the table over here. But if you like college football, we're going to be talking about it all off season. I've considered maybe dabbling in the UFL, semi-pro here and there, but I don't know if I will. But I'll continue to make. And our buddies over at the USF Network just chimed in to say Happy New Year. I don't know if that's Dan or Hell, but Happy New Year to you guys. I appreciate you all very much. I do a lot of stuff up with you guys at USF Network as well. We're on the off season right now. It's basically a shit posting contest for the Your Main Tree subreddit. So feel free to give those guys a look if you can, if you're interested in the content that we make over there. So, and by the way, if you're wondering, yes, I will be talking and streaming the college football semifinals later on today. Obviously, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowls, the big boys are lined up here ready to go. I will be streaming that with my buddy Illogical Canadian and Red Rubber Duckman on a mega cast on all three of our channels. So if you want, you can park it here for the rest of the Fiesta Bowl and then go to that live stream when it starts up at 4:45, and I will be there, and you don't have to go anywhere. You just park it right here and hang out with us all day. But today, for this game, I'm riding solo, and it's just all y'all. And speaking of the devil himself, Red Rubber Duckwind, putting the finishing touches on the mega stream. Happy New Year to you and to everyone in the chat. Happy New Year, Duck. All right. Play by Oregon is going to be deflected at the line, actually in front of Nix's face. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Oregon there. Wasn't really able to get going. And, of course, it is Hell from USF Network saying hello. Hey, buddy. Happy Canadian New Year to you. How do y'all celebrate? Do you all go moose hunting or dive into pools of maple syrup? I don't know. Canadians are weird. So, all right, 2nd and 10 for Oregon at the 20-yard line. And the ball snaps, going to be a little pitch out to Johnson. Johnson is going to take it all the way down to the 5, where he runs out of bounds. 1st and goal for Oregon. It is not looking good. Not looking good for Liberty. They can come back, but not what Liberty is used to having to do here, obviously. Usually they win their game by multiple touchdowns. Next quick pass, throws it, and incomplete, and they're going to throw the flag for pass interference in the end zone. It's going to put Oregon at the 1-yard line. So to recap, because I kind of stumbled through that. So Nix does a quick little pass to the corner. Defender was playing a little too touchy, and there you go. That happens. I'm gonna replay it right here. Yeah, held onto his arm. That's you know, held onto the arm. I feel like that's pass interference. I would call that. It's actually going to be from 2. I ain't from the middle of the country. I was with family and friends last night. Fair enough, sir. And hidden ball trick. Or Nick's trying to get it in, and they do. Passing touchdown to Ferguson. Touchdown Ducks. Touchdown Ducks. Terrence Ferguson. A little bit of a hidden ball trick on the play action there. Held it to his hip. Defenders lost sight of the ball. Man got open in the end zone. There you go. Oregon doesn't need to do any big flashy plays, but they begin set up pretty easily on these running plays. So Oregon is about to take an 11-point lead. So you would need to go 2 touchdowns. Hell, good for you, dude. Good for you. He's, of course, a Duck fan. Check out Helvetica, by the way. I haven't had a chance to mention it, but my buddy Helvetica, he's the guy commenting for the USF Network right now. He does a lot of shit over on the Sports Disaster podcast on YouTube. Go give him a shout out if if you're inclined to. He doesn't just talk about one thing. He talks about a bunch of different things, a lot of hockey, a lot of football, just kind of whatever is on the table currently in the sports world. They go over it, and it's a pretty fun show. I've been on there a couple times before myself. So go give the Sports Disaster a check out on YouTube if you can. Hell, I bet you're feeling pretty damn good right now, aren't you? Thank you to the 47 of you guys that are here today to listen or watch or both to this Fiesta Bowl. Currently, Oregon has started to kind of turn the tide a little bit here. And oh, yeah. Ducks got a soundboard that is very cringeworthy. If you like cringe, you'll enjoy the megacast coming up at 4:45 this afternoon. Oregon is starting to kind of take control here. It's only an 11-point lead, and Liberty is by no means out of the game right now. But you gotta wonder with that defense, is that defense going to be able to stop the? That was for Help. Help has a cringeworthy soundboard too. Well, I mean, your soundboard's pretty cringe too, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Christ! I mean, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Yeah, I can't do it. That's one beer. All right. So, again, I'm not saying that Liberty's out of there right now, but you got to think, logically here. Liberty's defense has not played an opponent of this caliber all season. We don't know how they are going to react to being down by 2 scores. Is that defense going to be able to step up and hold the Oregon offense scoreless the remainder of this half? On the other side, that Liberty offense has been getting stalled out by Oregon's defense. So Liberty needs to get aggressive on both sides of the ball. They got to change it up. They got to call some audibles. They got to make some adjustments. It's got to have it quick, or it's going to be a long afternoon. Highlander. This reminds me of the Northern Arizona or University of North Alabama, I should say, against Florida State. UNA came out with a 13-0 score and then fell flat. Yeah, I remember watching that game when it happened, and that's what I was saying. Like, is Liberty going to be able to hold set with Oregon, or are they going to kind of fizzle out as Oregon just overpowers them? So we'll have to wait and see. That is a game that, that was the Jordan Travis game where he got injured and broke his leg too. And Florida State was still able to come back and kind of slowly squeeze the life out of UNA towards the end of the game there. I don't know if that's what we're about to see here, but Liberty needs to get the ball moving. This is an important drive here for Liberty because that defense is just kind of bleeding points at the moment, and they got to be able to keep up. All right, so first step for Liberty at the 25. They got a man in motion, and it's going to be an option. And Salter is kind of getting stonewalled here. and he's not going to be able to get anywhere. He's going to fall down at the 21 because of losses. So it's going to be about 2nd and 14 for Liberty. Really, really rough go for Liberty so far in the second quarter. They came out fired up in the first quarter, got a touchdown early, made some good plays on defense to kind of stall out the Ducks. But the second quarter, it's just been all Ducks. And that could be bad. That could really, really bad in a game like this. All right, ball snapped, hands it off. And Liberty's going to get a nice little run here. A little bit more than a nice little run. They're going to pick up about 10 yards, get down to the 30-yard line. They'll be about 3rd, and I don't know how much. We got another flag on the field. See who it's on. I don't know where it was thrown. Might be on Oregon. Might be on Oregon. We're waiting still on the referee to make the call here. Might be on Oregon. Okay, no foul. They're going to pick up the flag. There was thoughts that it might have been a face mask. See the replay. A little bit. A little bit. Actually, he had a whole thumb hook through that face mask at first. So, I mean, that should have been a 5-yard incidental face mask at least. So, another penalty that, frankly, should have been called. I mean, that's borderline. That's a borderline face mask. That would have been a 5-yard face mask at least. So here we go, 3rd and 5. Doesn't matter. 3rd and 5 for Liberty. And they're going to drop back, throw it, and it is dropped. 4th down. So it could have been a penalty that would have picked them up. A first down would have given them a life. And that slant over the middle just bounces in and out of the hands of the receiver. 3 and out for Liberty. And once again, they shall punt. Aaron Scott, welcome to the show. This game reminds me of Oklahoma versus Boise State. I kind of want to see what that box score was for Oklahoma or Boise State because I got to tell you, I feel like Boise State hung around a little bit in the second half. Right now, it's all Oregon. And that ball is going to be punted. There's nobody back there to catch it. And that's going to go way deep into the Oregon territory. It's going to be down at the 5. Great punt. Great punt by Liberty to try and give their defense a little bit of help here. We'll look up that 2007 Fiesta Bowl box score. I really want to dive into it. This is a good question here. How much does this compare? How much does it compare? Breaking news. Oregon State quarterback DJ Uiagalelei, who announced he was going to transfer, is going to play for Florida State. Florida State has picked up DJ Uiagalelei out of the transfer portal. That's going to be and we're first down already for Oregon from the 5. He's got a man deep catch, caught, first down, Oregon. Caught around the 45-yard line. Just got flashbanged by the Uiagalelei news. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys. But that was an excellent deep pass by Brian. Really ballsy to call a shotgun pass right there when you're deep in your own territory. All right, so 1st and 10 from the Liberty 45. Nick's going to throw deep again, and it is going to be pass interference on Liberty. Another first down. It's all going downhill quick. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad for Liberty. So it's going to bring Oregon to the 35-yard line. And, I mean, Bishop was holding on to him. I mean, that's a pretty easy pass interference play. He's trying to grab the jersey, and it just – yeah, that's an easy one. USF Network, hell, that's where the FSU saga can get real shitty. We can talk about that at the half. The Florida State saga with the ACC is going to get real shitty real quick if they actually go to court and they don't settle. I'm still trying to look up that old box score. There we go. So go back to Aaron Scott's question. Is this like the 2007 Fiesta Bowl? I mean, I don't know. No. Not at all. Because Boise State was leading 21-10 at the half. And another run by Oregon will bring them down to the 10, 9 or 9.5 yard line, it looks like. So by that metric, I would say no, this is not like the Boise State Fiesta Bowl, sadly, but they could come back. Something could change at the half. Tiger Spawn. Florida State about to regret picking up DJ. DJ ruined my Clemson Tigers. Hope he can ruin the Seminoles now. Oh boy, I forgot. I didn't know you were a Clemson fan. My condolences. Him transferring did ruin you guys. Dabo Sweeney not embracing the transfer portal ruined you guys this season. That's what happened. As there's another run up the middle, and Oregon's just taking chunks. They're just taking chunks out of Liberty's yardage right now. Going to be second and goal, right around the 3 yard line. Oregon is knocking on the door for another touchdown. We come to 4 minutes left to go in the first half in this Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, DJ transferring didn't ruin Clemson. Clemson didn't adjust to the transfer portal. I bet your ass Dabo's trying to do that now, though. Timeout Liberty. Timeout Liberty. And we'll go to commercial for a second here. Yeah, Dabo's biggest problem is when we came into the season, right? Everybody was talking about the comparison between Deion Sanders at Colorado, literally rebuilding his entire team basically from the transfer portal, and some of these other blue blood programs, mainly Clemson, who didn't really try to do that, and they just didn't really try to tap into that portal really at all. It was very clear that Colorado was able to make a pretty good turnaround. They didn't make a bowl this year. They finished under 500, but compared to only winning a game the year prior, can't complain. And then on the other side of the ball, Clemson, they were, in the hunt for a national championship last year, and they were far from that hunt this year. They were really dog shit, honestly, early on in the season. They didn't really get it going until the second half of it. So go to the portal. If you want better players, go to the portal. Nick's going to take the snap, another run to the outside, and that's going to be a touchdown for Oregon. Kenyon Sadid was the man that got into the end zone, and this is getting ugly. It's getting ugly quick. So, great blocking on the outside by Oregon. Left just enough space in the corner for Sadiq to get into the end zone. And barring a blocked extra or a missed extra point, Oregon's about to go up 24-6 on Liberty at the half. And, yeah, you hate to see it. It's not over. But I kind of started to get a feeling when Liberty's offense kind of kept stalling out. Like, here's the thing. Oregon's offense was going to be able to score at will on Liberty's defense. Liberty's defense has no chance to stop this offense with Bo Nix at the helm. And again, Bo Nix is not the only person that's really doing it for them today. They could have had their backup quarterback in. They'd probably still be up 17-6 right now? It's not the only reason they're winning right now, but it's a big reason. And if your offense is not able to keep up with this pace of scoring that, Oregon is just imposing on them right now, you're not going to be able to win this game. You could score 40 points, Liberty, but if you can't keep the defense to keeping Oregon from scoring 41, you're not going to win. They got plenty of time left to get back into this and to try and win this game, but it's 24-6 going into the half. You have just under 4 minutes to go, too. So, if another 3 and out happens, Oregon can get the ball and really blow this wide open. And that would be ugly. I hope that doesn't happen. I'm hoping Liberty can keep this close and try to maybe get a win and we can see an upset here because I'm not an Oregon fan, but I like the underdogs. I want to see Liberty win, but I also am very aware that this is not good. So let's see what they do. Kickoff went into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback. Liberty is going to get the ball at 25 for a first down. And here we go. Shotgun set. Got 4 wideouts on 2 on each side. Ball snap. Salters is looking downfield. Going to throw it. Nice little catch right there to get about to the first down. Looks like they got it. So first down for Liberty. But, again, the tail of the tape so far First drive with a touchdown. The last 4 drives, 4 straight punts. So this is where the punts have to end. You got to do something on this drive. You got to get points. You got to get touchdown, field goal, something to get this game back into within reach. Got a man in motion for Liberty on a shotgun set. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle, and it's a nice little run for about 8 or 9 yards. Looks like they'll give them 8. So 2nd and 2 coming up for Liberty here as we approach the 3-minute mark. Cracking up another one. And here we go. 2nd and 2 for Liberty as we are under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Oregon, second quarter, has been just dominant. And we got a man in motion again for Liberty. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle, pick up first down, get it up to the 50-yard line, across the 50, into the Oregon 48. And this is what Liberty should have been doing these last 4 drives. You got to maintain this pace and pressure on Oregon's defense. We know they can't. They're not a great defense. They're good, but they're not great. You got to adjust quickly. Seems like Liberty's finally starting to make the adjustments needed here. Wide receiver in motion. Going to hand it off. Nope, play action. He's getting pressure. He's going to dump it off to his running back, and the running back is going to be stuffed well behind the line. He has his helmet ripped off. That should be a flag. That should be a flag. And we got a little bit of beef here, a little bit of a scrum breaking out. Liberty don't take it too kindly to that. They're going to keep the flag in the pocket. Dude had his helmet ripped off. Well, Cooley's got to go off the field for a play because that. How do you not throw a flag? Dude had his helmet literally ripped off. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. Looks like he had a good grip on it, but I don't know. I'm not on the field. I don't know. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12 for Liberty here. They're in danger right now. Shotgun snap, throws it. He's looking. All his options are covered. And a catch for about 6 or 7. Going to be 3rd down. I agree, Adrian. Wow is right. Oregon, get the ball back at the halftime. Yep. Liberty got the ball first to start the game, so Oregon should receive kickoff. And Oregon's going to call a timeout the first of the half. After that, and it looks like it's intentionally so the booth can take a look at this catch. Let's see where the ball is. Yeah, he carries that ball all the way through, and it's going to be a completed catch, so that should stand. Not an actual review right now, but I feel like that's part of the reason why that, and also to stop the momentum of the Flames here. So, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. We are just a hair over 50 concurrent viewers at the moment. That's a great number. Once again, if you have a question about this or the upcoming semifinals, please feel free to comment. I will read it aloud and answer you. So this is a very interactive show. All right, we got a triple set shotgun here, and they are going to send all 5 wideouts into motion. They got 5 wide receivers on the field for 3rd and 5. Salter is all alone in the shotgun formation. And here we go. Ball snapped, and it's going to be thrown. Caught. Looks like that was caught at the 30. It's going to be a 1st down for Liberty, and they're going to try to go a little up-tempo here. Let's see if that was an actual catch. Ooh, that was a nice little catch right there by Daniels Jr. I don't see that ball hit the ground at all. That's clean. And we have a substitution right now for Oregon. They're giving it a second. And here we go. Liberty has 4 wideouts. They're going to take the snap. He's looking downfield. Looking. He's going to run. And he's still looking to run. And he's going to run out of bounds right into the Oregon sideline. About a yard on the run there. It's going to be 2nd down, just a little bit over a minute to go. I dared Bull Muscle to cheer on the Longhorns tonight. He drank. Oh, no. So much for that sobriety. Bull Muscle's a good friend of mine on Twitch. You ought to check him out. Fitness guy. Loves football, too. All right, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, throws it, and he is running out of the pocket. Going to be a catch. No! Is that an interception? They're calling it an interception. Interception. Oregon picks it off, and that is a major mistake. Tip drill pick. Receiver lets the ball go through his hands, and that ball's on the ground. That ball's on the ground. That ball touched the ground when he got it. So that's gonna be called back. That's gonna be called back. I don't know. Let's see. Does he have control? Oh God, that's really no. There's a bobble. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be called back. He does not maintain control. There was a little bit of a bobble after he got both hands under the ball for the interception. And I don't think that's going to stand because that ball moved after it hit the ground. So I would say that's going to be called back, and Liberty's going to get a lifeline here, but I don't know. That's really close. You got to have two hands, firm control when it touches the ground. He does have two hands on it, but then that ball is moving after it hits the ground. That's really goddamn close. They can stick it one way or the other here. Again, they're reviewing an interception by Oregon. It was tipped by the wide receiver. He had two hands on it, couldn't reel it in. Corner was behind him, runs up, catches the ball, but it was really low to the ground. He has two hands under the ball, and when his hands hit the ground, so does the ball, and the ball moves ever so slightly after he gets control and it hits the ground. So he has control of the ball, hits the ground, and then after it hits the ground, they're zooming in on it right now. After it hits the ground, does he maintain possession? That ball is moving after he hits the ground. I feel like that could be overturned and ruled an incomplete pass because the hands are not under the ball. But even if the hands are under the ball is moving after it touches the ground. I'm watching the replay. Hold on. But that ball is moving. So what they're talking about on TV is this. They're saying that when both hands grab the ball is also touching the ground at the same time. But the ball is moving a little bit after it touches the ground. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see here what the call is. They're going to say the call stands. Interception for Oregon, and Liberty fans are fucking livid. Look, it was a bang-bang play, all right? It was a bang-bang play. If it had been, again, if you don't know what the terminology means, if it's confirmed, that means they have indisputable evidence that confirms the play. If it stands, that means that they don't see enough on the field to overturn that play, and they're going to stick with the call on the field. If it was called incomplete on the field, it would have stood as incomplete. It was called an interception, so it stands as an interception. Oregon's got the ball with just over a minute to go on the Liberty on their own 32-yard line, first down, and it's going to be a shotgun set, 5 wideouts. Nick's going to throw it. It's caught by Johnson, and it'll be brought down at the 35. Oh, yeah. This officiating. I agree. The officials have been a little dicey. There's been a couple of penalties that should have gone Liberty's way that they did not call. Start drinking, Liberty. Maybe, yeah. And that's going to be caught again, but only for about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 6. And we just went to halftime in the Citrus Bowl. Tennessee is up 14-0 on Iowa. So it looks like they're going to cruise to a victory there because Iowa can't fucking offense. Sorry, Iowas. All right, 3rd and 6. Oregon still in the 5 wideout set. Nick's looking to snap. He takes the ball. He's running out of the pocket. And he's running towards the sideline. He's going to be brought down past the sticks. It's the first down for Oregon. About 21 seconds to go. They're stopping the clock for a second to reset the chains. 1st and 10. Oregon has 2 timeouts. So if they get into decent position here, they could kick a field goal to try to take a 20-something point lead here. All right, ball snaps. Nick's looking downfield. Heaves and caught over the middle. And that's by Johnson. He's to the 20, and he just slide down at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for Oregon, and they're going to call a timeout. And this is exactly what you did not want to have happen here. Like I mentioned, when Liberty got the ball, they needed something. They needed to get a score on that drive, and most importantly, not get Oregon the ball back. Because if they because like I said, if they went 3 and out, or if they gave up another turnover, it would be it would be another touchdown or at least a field goal. And also on the secondary for Liberty, they are just making these awful angles for the ball carrier. I mean, the corner just straight up ran. So the running back's going the receiver's going this way. Corner's just going flat this way and not going at the proper angle to catch up to the corner. They're outrunning these guys. So this is really bad news for Liberty. You are in some deep, deep shit. Happy New Year to Liberty. Somebody sent them a six-pack with an apology note. All right. And Liberty calls their final timeout of the first half. And you got 8 seconds left to go in the corner. You just don't want to give up a touchdown here. Oregon's going to be thinking quick play, more than likely, trying to get a quick play into the end zone. I would say probably like a bench or a post route. Probably go over the middle again because the middle's been really soft for Liberty today, and they've just been giving up everything over the middle. So it's looking kind of rough. It's looking really rough actually for Liberty right now. They got to do something. Got to do something quick. Check it on. So we just talked about the Citrus Bowl is at the half currently. As for the ReliaQuest Bowl, Wisconsin is up 28-21 in the third over LSU. I did not expect that. It's a bit of a shootout there in Tampa Bay. All right, 1st and 10 for Oregon at the 17. You got 8 seconds left. Got time for at least one play for the end zone. That's what they're probably going to do here. Ball snap. Nick's looking to throw. Has a little bit of a blitz. And it is caught. Touchdown, Oregon. And, oh, man. Trayshawn Holden with an incredible catch in the end zone. Nix throws this ball low, and Holden just slides down, gets underneath that ball. Perfect reaction. Cradles it really good, and oh, man. With the extra point, Oregon's going to go up 31-6 on Liberty going into the half. It's a blowout. It's a blowout. It's extra point is going to go up, and it will be good. This is bad. And I kind of expected – damn it. I love a good underdog story, so I'm a little upset, but I'm not too upset about it. Instead of one of the most historic Fiesta Bowls in history, it's just another blowout. I'm sorry, folks. But if you want to stick around, I'm going to be here. And we'll keep on talking about this game. We'll also talk about the upcoming semifinals. I'll be doing a mega cast with Logical Canadian and Rev Rubber Ducklin here in a couple of hours for the semifinals. And Tiger Spawn, I agree. I'm not fully riding off Liberty here. I understand it's college football and anything can happen. That said, the only chance Liberty really had that I pointed out going into this game was going to be 2 things. Number one, if Bo Nix sat, which Bo Nix is not sitting. He's sitting on the bench right now celebrating after a good drive to end the second half. The other chance they would have had is the offense just had to go blow for blow with this Oregon offense. So every touchdown that Oregon had, Liberty needed to respond with something, and they just had to be in the game and keep it close going into halftime. That's not happened. This second half has been just utter dominance by the Ducks. 4 touchdowns, 28 points in the second quarter after a 6-3 start by Liberty in the first. I agree, Tiger. Anything can happen. And Liberty's just going to take a knee and take it to the half here. So we're at the half now. So I don't really know what you can do if you're Liberty right now. You are down by 4 touchdowns. Your defense has not been able to keep up with Bo Nix at all. This Ducks offense has just been absolutely lights out, and it is going to be a really tough sled to get back into it. And I mean, if you're a Liberty fan right now, I mean, you're happy to be here. You don't want to just be satisfied with just being happy to be here. But you also can't deny that this Ducks team is really goddamn good. So we're at the half. 55 of you fuckers are here. I'm glad to see. Well, it was 55, 48. We got our first Twitch comment. Diggs BTW7. What's up? Hey, what's up, my man? How you doing? So we're at the half. Obviously, 31-6 for the Ducks. Not good. Not good for Liberty. Not good at all for Liberty. But I mean, this is about what a lot of analysts were predicting. And I can't say that I'm terribly surprised. I can't. Liberty had a really good, surprising first quarter, taking an early lead on the Ducks after a great touchdown on their first drive. And I did mention that, early on after that drive, like, okay, can they keep this up? Can they, keep this momentum going? And they haven't. They stumbled and stuttered out into 4 straight punts, and then they capped it off with an interception, first turnover of the game. Nix has not been sacked. He hasn't been pressured. He hasn't been touched. Now that I think about it. So when you are Liberty, you need to find a way to pressure Bo Nix to potentially make a mistake. But that offensive line is able to keep your defensive line in check. So what do? You can't really soften up the middle of the field. Your corners are what they are. These wide receivers are just outrunning them. So you got to find a way around them in other areas. You need to find a way to get to Bo Nix and maybe give him some pressure and maybe goad him into making a mistake. That's one way you could do it. Another way is just go just a straight up zone and pray to God you don't get beat. That may not work. And Oregon, you don't have to do any adjustments. They got this defense numbered. They'll keep an eye out, see if they try to do anything in the next half, but they got this defense number. For Liberty on offense, you got to get some consistency going right now. Next half, Oregon's going to get the ball first. So it's going to be imperative for the defense to get something going and to get a stop in the first drive of the second half. But it's going to be even more important for that offense when they get the ball back in the second half to make a move. So I'm going to take a breather for a second. Don't go anywhere. We shall return in just a few moments. All right, we're back. Went out to grab another drink. I'm not even done with this one yet, but I just want to get another one. Be safe. Once again, it is halftime currently at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl with the score Oregon 31, Liberty 6. It was a good game when we started the first quarter. Liberty was out and powering hard and large, had a 6-3 lead in the end of the first quarter, but then Oregon clamped down and went 28 points unanswered in the second quarter. So, is what it is. You know, what are you going to do? It sucks for Liberty, and it's kind of sucks for me because I was hoping for a good game. But we'll power through it, get to the end, and we will be fine. So, once again, my name is Red. If y'all enjoy this stream, please check out my other content. I make videos regarding college football pretty frequently. Well, it hasn't been as frequent since the season ended. Hoping to have another video out here towards the end of this week before the national championship, talking about the history of the national championship, and that should be out later this week. And then later on today, we will be doing a mega cast with all of my buddies, Logical Canadian and Red Rubber Duckwood. We will be doing a mega cast on the Rose and Sugar Bowls for the college football playoff, talking about those games. So we are getting right back into this, guys. Still at the half here, obviously, but I touched on this a little bit before we went into the half. Basically, Liberty's only chance to get back into this game is this defense has to find a way to get to Bo Nix and to shut his ass down. The corners and the safeties for Liberty, um, they're just not able to keep up with the speed of these Ducks to receive. The only way you're honestly going to be able to stop these guys is to just get to the quarterback. You get to the quarterback, it gives you a better chance. That also means you're going to be opening yourself up to blitzing, and could be some problems there. But you got to take your chances. You're already down by 4 touchdowns. You need to do something here to, you know, differentiate your defensive attack here, maybe confuse the Ducks a little bit, make them make a mistake. And for Liberty, you got to get consistent on offense. A lot of their punts happened when they would make silly penalties, when there would be a holding call, when there would be potentially a no flag call by the ref, and they're not able to get past a no call by a ref. There was 2 very big no calls by the officials there during the game. The first one was a pass interference that was not called. That was pretty goddamn obvious to me. And then there was another face mask call that was not called that ended up stalling out a drive. So a little bit of ref ball, but that doesn't mean you got to. Referees cannot be the reason you win or lose a game. Referees will do what they need to do. They'll make the calls that they call, but that does not mean you're going to lose a game because of the call. You got to put yourself in a situation to avoid being stuck in that. So, very appreciative to the 28 people that are currently here on this stream, waiting for the second half. I appreciate you guys very much for being here. If you make a comment about this game or about the other games we have going on today, including the semifinals, I will read it out to everybody, and we'll talk about it. And we're just shooting the shit here. So there you go. We're at the end of the third quarter in the ReliaQuest Bowl. It's a good one. Wisconsin 31, LSU 27. I'm going to put a split screen of all 3 games up on my TV, I think, here. And if I can, to maybe, yep, I sure can. If my TV will work with me here. There we go. So I'll put up all 3 games, so I can kind of keep an eye on all 3 here. But clearly right now we got a fucking hell of a problem here for Liberty. But the main focus will stay on the Fiesta Bowl, being New Year's 6. I'm going to also keep tabs on some of these others as well. Akbar fan, holy fuck, Oregon woke up. You're goddamn right they woke the fuck up. You don't, they started out pretty slow, but then 28 points in just the second quarter. That's a sign of who might probably win this game. Adrian Shreves commenting again. Those non-calls did help us a bit, or did help a bit. Yeah, I agree. The non-calls by the refs are helping out the Ducks early on. Those can kill the momentum quicker than shit if you allow it to. That's the one thing about the mindset, the mentality aspect of it all. If you're Liberty, you probably haven't played in a game like this before all season. So, the biggest one was your conference championship game, but you had relatively good control over that. No, what you need to do is you need to do what you can to prevent shit like that from taking over and just absolutely, drowning yourself out. Raider Rich, William Byron in shambles, Akbar fan. Speaking of calls, what's your take on the Cowboys Lions call? Awful. Fucking awful. These referees in the NFL, they got to get better. They got to get better. They got to get better quick. This has just been absolute dog shit officiating by the NFL. It's under a bigger lens now, especially. And with everything going on, it's just, they got to get better, dude. It's awful. I've seen so many bad calls this season in the NFL due to poor officiating. And I don't know if it's just because it's always had bad calls and you never really pay attention to it until recently or what. But Akbar fan, I'm a Cowboys fan. That was crap. Raider Rich, I had questions about that call. When the opposing team's fans are like, "Yeah, that was pretty bullshit," you fucked up. You fucked up bad when the opposing team who won the game is like, "Yeah, but that was a pretty stupid call." Like, empathy be damned. That was a pretty shitty call. The NFL's got to do something here. It's going to get to a problem with the NFL is this, right? They're not going to do anything until it affects the bottom line. They're just not. That's because of the, business. And only when it hurts your money, the bullshit, money talks, bullshit walks. That's how I think of it. And of course, Dak throwing on second down didn't help. Yeah. So, if you have a question about anything football related, by all fucking means, you guys are welcome to ask here. I'm not going to shut people down for just asking me a random NFL question like the Cowboys call the other night. Yeah, that was pretty bullshit. It was really bullshit, actually. So, if they had just kept the clock running, the Lions would have had 1 minute to drive, which they might not have even gotten in the end zone. Yeah. If you want to talk about the NFL for a second, the Cowboys are probably the luckiest fucking team in the National Football League right now to be where they are. I personally think the Cowboys have been kind of fraudulent this season with how they have played at times. They're a good team, but they've kind of tended to be fraudulent. I don't think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And the only reason why they are where they are right now is because the Eagles have also proven to be frauds on their defense, giving up, 4 straight losses now. We can debate this, Akbar fan, if you want, but I feel like both teams are frauds. Personally, I feel like they're both frauds. Like, the Eagles are good, but their defense has become trash. The Cowboys are good, but there's a lot of questions with, we just mentioned clock management, for example. So, there's a lot of problems on both teams, and I feel like the 49ers are better than both. I'm sorry. You, especially as a Cowboys fan, you're going to be seething when you hear me say that. My team, the Bengals, is done. So I don't have a dog in this fight. I feel like the Niners are the best ones. out of the three of them, and then the Ravens are the best team in the NFL at the moment, period. Yeah, like I just said, Ravens, depends on consistency. Ravens have been on the upswing, but they could easily go back. NFL football is a game of momentum. Right now, or like we'll go back to the Fiesta Bowl here. Oregon has all the fucking momentum in the world right now. You could be Liberty, and Liberty had all the momentum going into in the first quarter after that opening touchdown. They had the momentum. Slowly but surely, Oregon was able to chip away and get that momentum wrenched away from them. So if you want to, talk about football, it's a game of inches, but it's also a game of momentum. If you're running downhill and your opponent's still trying to catch up to you, you're going to win. You'll be the first one to the bottom. If you are the guy trying to catch up to them, you got to do something kind of like a Mario Kart where you just throw something at your opponent to get them to stop the momentum and to stop them cold. Liberty's got to find their rock to throw in the cart path here. That's a really shitty analogy, I think. I'm using Mario Kart in NFL games as a reference to try to figure out how Liberty can get the fuck back into this ball game here. Told you this was a shit show. 35 of y'all are still here, though, so I appreciate it. And everybody leaves. All right. Right now in the Rely Quest Bowl, it is still Wisconsin leading, but they're leading 31-28. It's getting interesting in Tampa right now. Really interesting. Their Heisman quarterback opt-outs. Look out, he's got a blue shell. I wasn't a Mario kid growing up, but I do understand some of the references. So that's pretty fucking funny. We're about to come back from the half in the Fiesta Bowl here. I got all three games that are currently playing on my screen. Thank you, YouTube TV. Right now, the Citrus Bowl is in the third quarter. Rely Quest is in the fourth. Tennessee is taking care of business against Iowa in the Citrus Bowl. But the Rely Quest Bowl is really goddamn interesting. It's really goddamn weird. Wisconsin is leading 31-27. They got the ball, and it's early in the fourth, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Unless Liberty is able to come back, we're kind of going to do a little bit of a freestyle here, covering kind of a little bit of all three games right now, because obviously Liberty is, they're down by 4 touchdowns at the moment. They got a lot of work to do to get back into this one. They're not down by 4 touchdowns. Yeah, they are. Kind of, sort of. I can't math. Okay, they're down by 3 touchdowns in the field goal at the moment, thanks to the extra point going haywire. So they're down by 3 scores. They could come back, but they got to get that momentum back in place. I'm happy to see everybody that left for the half is coming back to the stream. Liberty is kicking off. Oregon is getting the ball first to start the half. And this will be the bellwether to determine how the rest of this game is going to go. Liberty needs to get a stop on the opening drive. This is probably going to be the most important drive of the game right now. Oregon scores again. It's not over, but it's going to be really goddamn difficult for them to come back in. It's going to be a lot harder than it already is. So, here we go. And the one thing I'm pretty sure that a defensive coordinator was chewing his corners out about is the angles when they go to tackle a guy. Like, you can't always stop them from catching the ball, but you got to make sure you get a good angle to tackle them, right? So, once again, Bo Nix did not opt out. He is playing in his final collegiate game here. And they got a shotgun set. Going to be 1st and 10 at 25 for the Ducks. They got only one wide receiver, so it's looking like they're going to try to run the ball. It's like a power setup here. 2 tight ends in the game. They're going to hand the ball off to Irving, and he's going to carve it right up the gut, back to where they started, a 10-yard gain. That'll be, if it's not a first down, it'll be real close. Really goddamn close. They'll probably give it to him. Yeah, they're giving it to him. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ducks at the 35. Third quarter is just underway. Liberty's defense, they are up. Liberty is up against the wall right now. Oregon has been beating the piss out of them since the start of the second quarter, and they need to get a stop big time here. They're going to hand the ball off again to Irving, and he's only going to get about a yard on the run. Going to be 2nd and 9 for Oregon at 36-yard line. Hell, I will fuck your shit up. God damn it. Knock it off. My pet peeve from fantasy football continues to haunt me when you start a tight end and you flex in another tight end. When you got plenty of guys on the bench that could score more points than a fucking tight end. Just, yeah. Not talking about it here. 2nd and 9 for Oregon at 36-yard line. Nix takes a snap, quick wide receiver screen up to the top of the screen, and he'll be only able to get about 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 5 for Oregon. Very important 3rd down for Liberty here. They got to get a stop. If they can prevent Oregon from scoring here, they're going to give themselves a chance. If Oregon just drives it down the field for another touchdown, I don't know how it's going to go. Actually, I have a feeling I know where it's going to go. We are keeping an eye on the other 2 ball games at the moment. The only good one at the moment is the Reliant West Bowl. But we are maintaining main focus on the Liberty Bowl being New Year's 6. All right, 5 wide out set, 3rd down, 4 wide out set, 3rd down. Nix drops back to pass. He's going to throw, caught. It's going to be a 1st down, and he's going to run the ball to about the 45-yard line in Liberty territory. Needed to get a stop there. You didn't do it. Just a quick, stop and go route for Oregon right there. Beautifully done, well executed. These corners are just getting torched. These corners for Liberty are just getting the shit torched out of them. Where's that Simpsons meme? Stop, he's already dead. I don't know, man. They got lost in the mail. All right, 1st down for Oregon. They're going to do a quick pass down to the bottom of the screen. It's going to be another 1st down for Oregon. This is bad. This is fucking bad, dude. What the fuck? Johnson gets the pass and just runs the ball another 10, 15 yards for another 1st down. It's not looking good. I've been saying it's not looking good since about halfway through the 1st quarter for Liberty. Ever since their offense started to slow down. It's not good. It's no longer not looking good. It's just not good. Another handoff by Oregon, and that's a holding call. I don't know why they're not throwing the flag here. Tight end was holding onto that dude's shoulder, and he does not get the flag. Ref, are you blind? I could see that. They're watching it from all the way up on the 2nd level. Like the dude was, actually, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Camera angle makes it look like it was holding, but it sure as shit looked like it for a second. Jesus Christ, and we got a Liberty player hurt. So, it is 2nd and 1 for Oregon. They are at the Liberty 26, it looks like. Yeah. And meanwhile, in the Reliant West Bowl, it's actually 4th and 4 for who's got the ball? LSU. 4th and 4 for LSU with about 9:13 to go in the 4th. They're down by 3, and they're going to punt the ball, it looks like. Wisconsin is giving it with LSU everything that they can handle and then some. Who's reffing this game? I don't know who the crew is that's refereeing this game. If somebody can look that up for me, I would appreciate it. My crew is shit. So LSU is down by 3 to Wisconsin right now in the Reliant West Bowl, and it's not looking good for LSU. They have not been able to get the ball really moving so far in the 4th. Meanwhile, in the Citrus Bowl, Iowa is stuffed. They just got a major sack for a big loss. Once again, Iowa cannot offense. How the fuck do these guys get 10 wins if they can't offense? Their defense, and one of the best defenses in the country. But when you're facing a Tennessee Volunteers team that is just so much better on offense than Iowa's defense, like, you don't need to win by much. 2 touchdowns should be all you need because you can just sack the quarterback the rest of the game. So I'm calling 3 games here. 2nd and 20 for Iowa. Are they going to do anything on this drive? They're from their own 15. And they actually do. They get a completion near the 30. So it'll be 3rd and short now for Iowa. if Iowa can just figure out the transfer portal, get some good guys from recruiting in, and can make a difference on their offensive line, maybe that might be able to help them out. But I don't know. I've never seen a team so bad on offense have 10 wins. It makes no sense. Commercial in Arizona for the Fiesta Bowl. Once again, if you like what I'm doing here, stick around. We're going to have another MegaCast live stream coming up here at 4:45 for the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, the college football playoff semifinals here on my YouTube channel, Red5478. If you want to be notified of that, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell icon. You know this thing. I'm not going to patronize you guys for not doing it. We got a double reverse here, triple reverse. Bo Nix throws it back again. Some trickery here for Oregon. And he's got a wall of men in front of him, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Ducks. Let me explain to you what the fuck just happened, right? So Oregon does a reverse, another reverse back to Bo Nix into a screen pass thrown by Bo Nix. Still working on it. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had a technical issue come up there while I was trying to explain that touchdown pass by Oregon. But let me try that again. Hopefully, it doesn't crash this time. So, if you didn't see it, it was a jet sweep into a reverse, into another reverse to Bo Nix, who then threw a wide receiver screen to Johnson, the wide receiver, who initially took the ball. And they had a convoy of like four linemen at the bottom of the field waiting for his ass. And it's the craziest little backyard bullshit play you'll ever see. It's the damnedest thing I've ever saw. And you know, Oregon's about ready to run away with this thing, I think. So Tiger Spawn, I'm a head out. I'll be back for the mega cast later. All right, I'll see you then, my friend. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you later on tonight at 4:45. So let me figure something else out here real quick here. Speaking of backyard, anyone here familiar with Backyard Sports Series? Yeah, I actually just watched a video on YouTube about a week ago. This guy went back and played every single backyard sports video game that was created from the late '90s until they came out with a phone app recently. It's really interesting. I wasn't a backyard sports kid growing up. I never got a chance to play those games, honestly. I didn't have a good PC at home that I could use, and then there was also just not a way for me to purchase it. So I was only like 8 years old when it was at its peak, but they were pretty good games. And from what I saw on YouTube, most of them were fairly good, especially the early baseball series. And I mean, the dude that did the video shit on the backyard football series a lot. But I liked the backyard football gameplay footage that I saw in Akbar. You can just look it up. I don't remember what the name is exactly, but just look up backyard sports, and just filter it out by about over 20 minutes. You'll find it. You'll find it. It's like reviewing every backyard sports game or something like that. One of those things, and it's a good watch. It's a long watch. It's going to take you a while to watch it all, but it's a good one. If I find it. If I could find it and my computer lets me look for it, I'll try to share it before we're done. But I don't think I'll be able to find it because I don't think I saved it anywhere. So, but just do a search on YouTube for backyards. You think you found it? All right, cool. All right, so we're back at it here. 38-6. Oregon is up by 32 points. I think this fucker is about. You can stick the fork in this fucking turkey. I think it's about over with, to be honest with you. But we will ride this to the end like the sick bastards we are. So like 3 hours. All right, it's just about. Yeah, just about. Yeah, I would say so. I know it was a long one. I remember that much. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but it was a long one. And he reviewed like every single game they ever made on every console too, so that's probably why it was 3 hours long. So yeah, I think you got it. Yep. There you go, Akbar. So to the 29 of you sickos that are still listening to this game, I salute you. This is a bad game. Liberty, it's not totally over for Liberty. It's not totally over for Liberty yet. But the problem is just this defense is not going to be able to stop anybody on the Oregon offense. They proved that much. Liberty's got the ball here, 1st and 10 from the 25 after a touchback on the kickoff. So let's see what happens. Salter goes back to pass. He's going to throw it. It'll be caught for about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. The series I heard went really downhill mid-2000s, I think, and you're correct about that one. He goes into full detail about what happened there, why Humongous Gaming went out of business a little bit as well. But basically, it was a corporate buyout. That's why it went downhill. Like all good things in the world, the second big corporations get involved, it's ruined. All right, 2nd and 5. They're going to hand the ball off. He'll gain about 3 on that one. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 33-yard line for Liberty. We are in some really sicko shit at the moment. The only thing that could honestly make this game entertaining right now is just a bunch of interceptions. Just fuck around and throw a bunch of picks. Why not? And now ESPN is padding Nick's stats and just being like, hey, look at this great prospect coming out of college. Salter takes a direct snap on 3rd and 1. He's going to pick up the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down Liberty around the 36-yard line as we go into the midway point of the 3rd quarter here. And they're just playing Oregon highlights over and over. ESPN is just sucking the Oregon dick right now. This is insane. Raider Rich, yeah, corpos ruin everything they do. Corporations are good if you want a lot of one thing, and you want that quality of that one thing to remain the same. But it's bad if if that thing has anything to do with emotion or feeling. And a big break right here. Cooley's going to take it all the way down the sideline. He's going to be run out of bounds near the 25-yard line. So Liberty's first big play since the 1st quarter. And Cooley was able to take that fucker all the way down to near the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Liberty. And I mean, they're down by 4 touchdowns, but they're going to try to do what they can to try to make this at least entertaining. Yeah, 9 minutes to go in the third. Anything can happen in college football, but if the comeback started right here, I'd be amazed. We'll see. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Liberty at the 23. Got a man in motion. Going to be a fake handoff. Dumps it down to his running back, and he's going to take the ball for maybe a yard. But yeah, Rich, I agree. Corporations just, if like, you can read tons of stories of like great projects that had a lot of heart just absolutely ruined because a bunch of big wigs and fat offices wanted to make a profit. So there you go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Liberty offense. It's amazing what happens when it works. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 from the 22-yard line. Liberty is trying to do something here to make this game a little bit more respectable. And it's going to be a direct snap to Salter. He's going to just take it right up the gut. He'll be brought down for maybe 4 yards. So they're just trying to attack right now. This is what they need to do. Oregon had a great first drive, and Liberty just needed to come out in the second half and just try to build a little momentum to try to get back into this game. The defense needs to do their job, right? Right now what could happen is Liberty gets a touchdown, then Oregon gets another touchdown. Liberty gets a touchdown, Oregon gets another touchdown, and it's pretty much over, right? Funny thing is, Liberty is top 5 in the FBS in rushing. Yeah, the thing. Hang on, Salter. He's trying to run himself, and he's not going to be able to go anywhere. He's dropping the line of scrimmage. I mean, Liberty's top 5 in rushing, but this Oregon defense is the strongest defense they've faced all season, and they just have not been able to penetrate. They finally broke out with a big run there by Cooley, but I mean, Salter's been pretty well contained. Cooley has been pretty well contained. They've had some penalties just not go their way, and it's quickly turning into a "hey, we're just happy to be here" situation if you're Liberty. But touchdown right here could change a few things. We'll have to wait and see. All right, 4th and 5. Liberty's going forward. Obviously, you're down by 4 scores. And that ball is deflected away, incomplete, and that is a turnover. Turnover on downs for Liberty. Hardly surprising at this point. You're going to go for it on 4th and 5. You're not going to surrender a field goal here. And as I say that, we do have a touchdown. Tennessee just dived into the end zone to take it now. It's about to be a 21-0 lead over Iowa. That should put the kibosh on the Citrus Bowl for Tennessee to get the win there. It's only about, there's a minute 43 to go in that game, but have not seen Iowa's offense. When you're constantly falling behind on down distance, it's hard to run. Yeah, you're getting met before you even go back to the line of scrimmage in some cases. So props to Liberty for a great season. It's just not going to be in the cards today. And I remember somebody, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, somebody mentioned earlier in the stream how in the second quarter when Liberty was down by like maybe 11 points, how this reminds him a little bit of the 2007 Fiesta Bowl. Well, if Liberty was Oklahoma. Look. The only chance Liberty was going to have to win this game is if they were able to keep the ball moving and just keep scoring and keep scoring and keep scoring and just exploit the Oregon's weaknesses on defense. The problem is that the Oregon's defense they have weaknesses, right? They're pretty good at stopping the run. If you got a mobile quarterback, it's a lot harder for them because they can't just play QB spy every time they go into coverage. But they definitely have weaknesses on offense, at least it seemed like they do, or on defense, I should say, when it comes to the passing game. And the reason I say that is you just look at their games that they played in conference, and they were getting torched sometimes in the secondary. The difference there is those were Pac-12 teams. Liberty's Conference USA. And you could say, well, they're undefeated 13-0. I respect that. Going undefeated, even if you got the easiest schedule in all of college football, is an amazing achievement and should not be discounted by anybody. But you need to face the facts that Oregon has a lot more better players. They just got better players. They have a bigger name, so naturally that's going to give them better recruits, and they have more resources than Liberty does. Liberty, I feel like, with this appearance in the Fiesta Bowl, will continue to grow, though. I don't think that this is the last time we'll see Liberty threatening. Here, Rich, they're not. They're not Boise State. Nobody else could ever be like what Boise State did. What Boise State did in the late 2000s is what ultimately led to the college football playoff. They changed the game. But because they changed the game is different now than it was then. And I just, your Liberty, you're going to get a lot more resources from the financial compensation from this game. It's going to be diversified through the athletic department, obviously, but you'll be able to use this as a tool to better recruit going forward into the future, and you could be something great. Just not this year, as Oregon's going to pass the ball, and they're going to get another first down after starting off 1st and 10 there. Got it all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So we're going to kind of passively call this game, just kind of shoot the shit here. Meanwhile, in the Raleigh Quest Bowl, we actually have something interesting happening right now. LSU is threatening. They are down by 3 on the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. We're going to put our attention there for a moment while we just let this play out in Arizona. LSU is in a shotgun setup here. It's been a passer's heaven of a game. He's going to throw the ball, caught, touchdown, LSU. And they are going to take the lead with 3 minutes to go in the 4th. So we got a very good game going on there in Tampa. It's a shame I didn't stream that one. I didn't think it was going to be good. And none of these games were supposed to really be that good, to be honest. But LSU will take the lead in the Raleigh Quest Bowl with about 3 minutes to go. And Wisconsin's going to have to do something there and do something quick. Meanwhile, Oregon is 2nd and 4 at their own 40-yard line. They got a safety coming up, looking like he's going to threaten the blitz, but they're going to run the ball. And they're going to go ahead and get that first down. And it'll be brought down at about the 48-yard line on Oregon's side of the 50. Uh-oh. 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 Technical difficulties, of course. My computer is committing poor internet errors here, so just bear with me a second while I get this back up. I know, whatever. Wasteland Wanderer, while we figure this shit out with my computer. The game I cared about was played back in December, that being the Armed Forces Bowl. Who did you have in that game? Was it Air Force or was it JMU? I want to know that. I'm going to need to all right, so for whatever reason, my laptop decided connecting to Wi-Fi. So ESPN cast of the game is currently down. So just bear with me a moment while I get this crap back up. Air Force, well, you picked correct. You picked correct. And this is, you guys get to have a close-up shot of my ugly mug while I figure out what the fuck is wrong with my computer. All right, let's try this again. 2nd and 8 for the Ducks at the 50-yard line. Play action pass, throws to by Nix, and it will be dropped. 3rd down and 8. And the puck just dropped in the Winter Classic. Not that big of a hockey guy, but I know those are always a cool game to go to and see. So I always find those interesting, how they get to play hockey in the outdoor stadium. It feels like old school hockey when you watch that kind of shit. So I actually remember when we were in the middle of COVID and we were all locked up, they played hockey in the middle of fuck all nowhere, outdoors in the mountains of Canada somewhere, I think it was. And even though it was the middle of winter, the ice was having issues because it kept on melting with the direct sunlight. And they had to do a lot of delays because of it. So it's good in one aspect because you get to have these great views of, you have the sun setting behind the trees and all that shit. But on the bad side is if you start at the wrong time of day, your ice is gonna get a little mushy. So, all right, we're just about back up online here with my computer. I gotta get a new one. Frankly, I gotta get a new fucking computer. Meanwhile, Lake Tahoe, Nevada? Really? Well, no wonder the ice kept melting. It's radioactive. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're playing the Classic at T-Mobile, aren't they? T-Mobile Field, Park, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. The computer is just trying to get its shit together, guys. Just bear with me a moment. Come on, you piece of shit. Okay. Man, this sucks. Appreciate those guys, those of you that are still listening in. I mean, the game's still going on. There's just it's a commercial right now. I'm just trying to get my overlay back up, and it's just not wanting to do the overlay. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're going to do the old refresher. Try to get that fixed. Meanwhile, while I'm working on tinkering this around, LSU is still leading with just about under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Wisconsin's trying to threaten at the 45-yard line of LSU's. They need to get a touchdown to win. They're down by 4. All right, ball snap by Wisconsin. They're looking to throw. He's getting the quarterback's going to scramble. He'll go up the field and run out of bounds about 4 yards short of the sticks. So it'll be second down, Wisconsin in Tampa. Shotgun to PC time? No, because I'm too broke to get another one at the moment. Once I do, I'll get a sledgehammer and just do my way with this computer, which is a threat. Fucking work, will you? All right. So we're back from commercial in Arizona. Wisconsin's at 2nd and 4 in the Royal Quest Bowl in Tampa. Let's see what they do here. Ball snap, throw, incomplete. Let's see. Come on now. There we go. And there it is. All right. Issue has been resolved. We are back to the standard, which is pretty shit, but the standard is the standard, as I say in Pittsburgh. So, back from commercial as well. Oregon's going for it on 4th and 1. Why? Just punt the fucker. Well, they're going to run it and they're going to get it. That's just disrespectful as shit. The disrespect. Oregon had 4th and inches, and instead of punting the ball from their own 45, they decide, yeah, let's just go for it. They can't stop us anyway, right? Absolutely disrespectful to that defense. But frankly, they kind of deserve it after the game they played. Meanwhile, Wisconsin still threatening in Tampa against LSU. They're trying to get the win. Trying to get the lead back to get the win here. Nix is going to drop back to pass. He'll throw it. It's going to be caught past the sticks. It's going to be a first down after an 11-yard gain. Oregon's looking to put this game on ice. Another touchdown. That's pretty much going to do it right there. Wisconsin's going to take the snap in their game in Tampa against LSU. Going to be thrown, caught, first down at Wisconsin. LSU is leading by 4 in that game. No, wrong sponsor. Wrong sponsor. I know it was Tostitos Fiesta for a lot of years, but wrong sponsor. 2nd and 2, actually, for Wisconsin. My mistake. Oregon, once again, they're on the 28-yard line. They're going to do another little quick pass off, handoff to Johnson. He'll get close, but he's going to be short by about 3 or 4 yards for the first down. And we got a hell of a scrum going on in Tampa. I was looking at the other game in Arizona, and it looked like there might have been maybe a fumble, maybe not. I don't know. Something happened. That was real accurate. Here's a fun fact. Oregon just passed 500 total yards of offense. There you go. Then you get to the rental. Next, we'll hand it off, play action pass, and there'll be another first down to Herbert this time. And they are into the red zone here, and Oregon is just looking to put this one away. Wisconsin's taking a major sack, and it's an underhanded throw, trying to get it to the lineman. Didn't really get anywhere, but the clock is still running. They're under a minute to go in Wisconsin, in Tampa right now. Wisconsin's got to take a timeout. They got 38 seconds to go, and they finally do. They're probably taking a look at that play to figure out what the fuck actually happened here. Oregon's going to hand it off up the gut, and they're going to get stopped by Liberty. Wisconsin's facing a 4th and 25. They got to. Jesus Christ! How do they lose 15 yards? 2 sacks, I guess. I don't know. This is what happens when you're trying to call 3 games, right? Jesus Bowl's basically over. It's 21-0 Tennessee in the 4th quarter against Iowa, which we know they can't offense. There's so many vacay rentals in Phoenix, so it makes sense. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're sick of winter weather, you want to go get a little sun on your face and a little heat. Enjoy the good food down there. I know Phoenix is known for their fucking food, being so close to Mexico and Tex-Mex fusion cuisines they got down there. That's California next door, so you get a lot of community. All right, Wisconsin for the game here. 4th and 25. Quarterback scrambling, fumbles the ball, and that is going to do it in Tampa. LSU recovers it, and they are going to win the ReliaQuest Bowl. Wisconsin, just a complete collapse on offense to end the game. And the Big Ten still has not won a New Year's Six Bowl. They were in 4 of the – they are in – hang on. So let me get this right. So Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin – and not Wisconsin, sorry. Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan won 3 of the New Year's Six. Not to mention, you've also had all these other secondary bowl games that are also pretty important. Big Ten's going to lose both the New Year's Day bowl games as the appetizer. The SEC is just dumpstering the Big Ten right now. So, this is just rough. It's a rough time.
Wait, they got a Bruce Buckeye Tire statue? Buckeye, Arizona. That's one. Okay. The Pop-Tart Bowl was fucking great, Rich. The Pop-Tart, that was like beautiful. I loved that shit. Like, they fully embraced the fact that, hey, we're not that a big serious bowl. That bowl game has actually existed for many years now. It's just had like 12 different names on it. It used to be known as like the Tangerine Bowl and the Russell Athletic Bowl and the Camping World Bowl and a bunch of other bowl names. But that bowl game's been around for a while. And the organizers, took a look at what they had in front of them. They're like, okay, we get it. We're just going to, ham it up. Just ham it the fuck up, baby. And boy, did they. They just made themselves a meme. And that's how you get good publicity and attention in your bowl game. Just make memes. You can't complain there. Just memes. That's what gets you the numbers. Yeah. So we are wrapping up this fucking game in Arizona here. Oregon is about to probably get another touchdown to ice it. I am getting a charger out for my headphones, so that way we're fully charged and ready to go later for the mega stream, because that's going to be fun. I appreciate the 15 guys that are here still watching along and hanging out. I really do, because this has been a really tough game to sit through. So Oregon's got the ball on their own on the 5-yard line as we start the fourth quarter, and that's going to be almost a touchdown. Are they going to give it to him? Nope, short, just short. All right, going to be down about the 1-yard line. Raider Rich, the bowl committee must be shit posters. They got to be. I mean, good Lord, they got to be shit posters. That game was just sick. Utterly sick, and I loved it. I loved it so fucking much. All right, so Oregon's got the dagger on the throat. Goal line set, and that dude's gonna dive into the pile, and it's gonna be a touchdown. But wait, we got a flag. Thrown at the line of scrimmage. Give me 1 second. Going to be offside on the defense. And that touchdown is going to stand. And this fucker is pretty much over, folks. And it's pretty much over. Liberty, at least you're happy to be here, right? Still happy to be here? I hope you are. Because you got a long flight home after this ass beating you just took. Good Lord. It was an absolute... This has been an absolute beatdown on many fronts, especially for Liberty. I mean, credit to Liberty. You know, they brought it in the first quarter. They, gave him a good punch in the mouth. Just the problem is you just punched Mike Tyson in the mouth. Yeah, never mind about being around Liberty. Hey, you know what? I'm not an expert, right? I said the only way Liberty was going to win this game is if their offense could go blow for blow with Oregon's offense, because their defense is going to have a tough time against the Bo Nix, and they couldn't. So, is what it is. Adam Knight, welcome to the show. Oregon fan here. Sad that we got such a low-level team to play. God damn. Damn. Liberty fans going to be salty over that one, but Adam, I wouldn't say that Liberty is low-level. They went undefeated. They had the easy schedule. They went undefeated. That, demands respect. So I'll give them respect for that. But it's just clear that Oregon is the better team today. Now, if y'all didn't have Bo Nix, would this still be a blowout? Maybe. Not sure. But you better be thanking Bo Nix for showing up to play in this final game. Because I don't know if he was that big of a difference maker today, but the passes would not have been as accurate. Yeah, this game's a little bit of a snooze fest, I agree. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. You still having fun? In the Roman Empire wasn't mean this season. At least we're having a group of Christians being fed to jeez. Greater Rich, my Lord, bringing the smoke. I fucking love it. Group of Christians being fed to ducks. That's fucking brutal. That's brutal. I love it so much. That was brutal. Oh, man. That's funny as shit. I love it. To the people that were offended by that, I am not sorry. That was funny. Take a dog. That was great. Oh, that's why I'm doing this. It's this having you guys here to comment and just to shoot the shit while we watch an absolute dumpster fire of a game makes it a little better, right? So happy to have you all here, all 25 of you, as Oregon has firm control with a 45-6 lead. For those of you also tuning in that may have interests elsewhere, Tennessee is winning 28-0 over Iowa in the Citrus Bowl. LSU just wrapped up a come-from-behind win over Wisconsin and Tampa at the ReliaQuest Bowl. And they are already taking the cameras to Pasadena to show some of the players on those teams in the Rose Bowl taking the field to start their light warm-ups. We're about 2 hours or not even 2 hours, my bad. We're about an hour from the megacast starting with the three of us, me, Illogical, and not Fireball. What's a Fireball? Red Rubber Duckman from beginning in just a little bit. And if you enjoyed having me along today to listen to, it's funnier when I got those two boys with me, so feel free to stop by. We'll be covering both the Rose and the Sugar Bowls, so we'll be here all night, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be some good football to come, and it looks like Bo Nix is probably grabbing the pine, and the coaches just tapped him on the back and just said, "Thank you. You may take a seat." So Bo Nix is done for the day. Their backup quarterback is warming up. He's going to get some reps here, looks like, for about maybe a drive or two. And we're in full garbage time now. Liberty's got the ball. It's 3rd and 1. Tough end to the Iowa season, but it got me thinking Louisville had the worst end to their season, honestly. I would say you're right, honestly, yeah. 3rd and 1. Liberty's going to get the first down. They're about 37-yard line, looks like. Yeah, Louisville got – what a way to finish your fucking season. You were potentially going to be in, if not in the college football playoff, potentially a buster for somebody in the playoff. And you get smoked by Kentucky, smoked by Florida State, and then smoked by USC in the Holiday Bowl by their backup quarterback. Liberty gets a catch and a big run back from Lucas, the wide receiver. And that's going to get him across the 50-yard line. Going to try to get some garbage time touchdowns here to make the game look a little bit better. So we'll have to wait and see. I just realized that my ESPN screen has still not been updating since midway through the third when we had those technical issues. So I'm getting that refreshed right now. Sorry about that, guys, but you already know this game's over. All right, so we're still playing here in Arizona. 1st and 10 for Liberty at the 42, and that running back is just brought down behind the line. That's been kind of the game all day. There's the current score, and it's all but about over.
Definitely will be the last pass he throws, but I'm hearing that they want to go out for one more play. Him passing off to Bucky Irving one final time.
So Oregon's going to get to do something a little bit poetic here. Bo Nix is actually not done. He's going to go back out and do one more play, not one drive, just one play, and then he is going to literally hand the ball off to his quarterback, to the backup quarterback, and say it's yours until the transfer quarterback comes in. Until those transfers come up, and then maybe you're probably fucked. Wasteland Wanderer again. ESPN was slow for me when I was keeping tabs on the Cowboys-Lions game. Yeah, service issues been damning everybody. It's been relatively good here for me. My laptop has been having issues. That's just because it sucks. Not because the internet's bad or because the service I'm using to watch the game is bad. Just my computer sucks. So I'm sorry to hear that. 3rd and 12 for Liberty. They're at the 43-yard line of Oregon's. They are in Oregon territory trying to do something here, trying to get some points. Salter back to pass. They're getting blitzed, and he is being rushed. And he'll just yeet the ball out of bounds, barely out of bounds. 4th and 12. 11 minutes to go in the 4th. And, you're going to go for it. Don't punt the ball. You don't surrender. They are going to punt the ball. All right. Well, Liberty's surrendering too, it seems like. They are going to punt the ball on 4th and 12 rather than try to go for it to maximize the potential. We know where this game is. It's a very sobering feeling to know where this game is. The punt's nearly blocked, and that ball is going to go down and die at – it's going to be down in the end zone. Okay, real close, but it's going to be down in the end zone. And we're going to witness history, folks. Bo Nix is about to come out for one final play after 5 or 6 seasons in college football. I remember in 2019 when he started at Auburn. And he's been kind of a journeyman quarterback in the NCAA ever since then. With COVID, got a little bit of an extra year from COVID. And just a fantastic, fantastic career for Bo Nix. Going to be going down in a lot of record books. One of the better statistical quarterbacks to ever do it. You know, a lot out there that he didn't get to do. Didn't win a national championship. Didn't, win the Pac-12, obviously. But a fine career, and he is going to be off to the NFL in some form and capacity here in the very near future. I don't know where he'll go in the draft, but he'll be there. I'm sure of that. We're in the dying minute. We're in the final 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here. If you all have any questions about this game or the upcoming semifinals, just go ahead and comment below. I will answer them. Keep in mind, once again, before you tune out, we will be back here at 4:45. So in less than an hour, we're going to take a break. When this game is over, we'll come back around 4:45 to live stream the semifinals of the college football playoffs. The Rose Bowl kicks off at 5, and then the Sugar Bowl will kick off soon after at 8:45 tonight. And a fun fact, while I was researching the upcoming video for the national championship games that I got releasing later this week on my YouTube channel, the Rose Bowl committee almost blocked the 12-team expansion. So as I'm sure most of you know, college football is going to expand the playoff next season to 12 teams. The Rose Bowl committee told the playoff committee, we don't want to give up our New Year's Day 5 o'clock time slot. Now, in every other year that there has been any modifications to the college football playoff postseason, the committee in charge just kind of folded and let the Rose Bowl have their way. But the playoff committee actually told the Rose Bowl, well, then we just won't have you. Because this is where college football is moving. This is where it's going. And you are either going to come with us or we're going to leave you behind and you'll go the route of the Citrus Bowl. Rose Bowl got the message. They're on board, which means, the Rose Bowl some years in the future will not be on New Year's Day. It could be in mid-January, depending on if it's a semifinal or a quarterfinal. Bo Nix is in for one final play of his college football career, and it looks like they're going to do kind of a little short, standing ovation for Nix when he comes off the field. So here we go. What will his final play be? They're shifting the setup a little bit here. And let's see what it is. It's going to be a handoff. And they'll gain about 5 or 6 yards on it with a flag. So he ends his career on a flag. I wonder what the flag is on. And it's probably going to be holding on the offense from where it was thrown, but we'll have to wait and see. Illegal motion on the offense. It's going to come back up the Ducks a little bit. They were moving about 3 or 4 guys around on the offense when that happened. And it's that's not good. Are they going to have him out there for another? We're going to do one more play, or are we going to? Yeah, it looks like they're going to do one more play. So here's Bo Nix's actual final collegiate play of his career, and looks like they're probably just going to run the ball again. Similar setup, and yep, they're going to hand it off. And Irving is going to cut upfield to get back to near the original line of scrimmage. Going to gain about 6 yards. And here comes the backup quarterback. And that is all for the career of Bo Nix. One final jog off the field. And he'll get the curtain call from the fans in attendance in Arizona in a nice little moment in what has been an overall boring game for the Ducks. And you love to see stuff like that, and he'll be off to the NFL. Meanwhile, we got about 9.5 minutes to go in this fucker, and Irving is going to get a first down and a lot more for the Ducks. He'll be brought down around the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 as they're showing his parents for Bo Nix crying. They must be pretty proud. I mean, this guy has to be... Yeah. There's not much else we can really say about it. I mean, Bo Nix has had a hell of a career. A hell of a career, good dude. From what I've heard, at least, I've heard some conflicting stories about, what he might say about what people might say about his personal life, but which you can't deny the shit he's done on the field. So here we go, 1st and 10, and Liberty, like a shark to blood, stuffs a passing attempt in the backfield. So what are you gonna do? Tony and Paran, welcome to the show. Liberty will be continuing to build their program. It's a work in progress. They had a good season. You're goddamn right. I don't think this is the end of the Flames. I feel like the Flames, here's the thing. Conference USA is very unstable right now. There's a chance they could be the next conference to fold up and quit. So I could see Liberty getting into the AAC here pretty soon, the American. I could also see them, maybe making only one step up to the Sun Belt. But I feel like that this is a game that can take your program and, set it apart from the rest of the group of 5. This is the kind of shit that gets you into a better spot overall. So a good comment by Tony there. This is not the end of Liberty. They've only just begun. They'll be back. I don't know if they'll be back in the New Year's 6 because Tulane may have something to say about that next year. The New Year's 6 is going to be much, much different with the playoff structure. All right, another throwing play. That's going to be in the dirt on 3rd and 14, and that's going to be incomplete for a 4th down. Oregon will punt. So, pretty boring right now. No bullshit. If you guys have any other comments or questions you want me to touch base on or anything you want me to discuss, please let me know. I am about done with this game. I mean, the game's got 8.5 to go, but I'm about done with this game because it's about done with me. So we shall see what happens here. And Liberty about muffs the punt there, and they'll only get to about the 24-yard line. And we got a little bit of pushing and shoving going on there at the end of the play. We are midway through the 4th. And speaking of failures, I am wearing today the Memphis Express sweatshirt that I own, that I got on clearance when the AAF folded in honor of the UFL merging and announcing their teams today, which is kind of a weird way to pay tribute, but I don't have any XFL gear. So what are you going to do? So, yep. Yeah.
One of my new homies. Get help with expenses, health insurance, and cover. It's an official sponsor of
I've been sitting around for a minute. All right. So once again, if you are into college football and you are into, what I'm doing here on this live stream, I make long-form content talking about college football, and some people compare me to Urinary Tree, which is an honor, but kind of in that style of cynical shit posting. So if you enjoy it, please feel free to subscribe. We will be back here in a little bit, and once this game is over, we'll be back in about less than an hour once it's over for the semifinals. And speaking of, who wins the Texas-Washington game? That is a good question, and my answer is Washington, and this is why. Texas is really goddamn good, but I do not believe that their defense is good enough to shut down not only Penix Jr., but their amazing wide receiver Odunze, who has like 1,400 yards receiving this season. He'll be double-teamed and doubled up, but that son of a bitch is really goddamn good. So I feel like Washington's going to win that game. But Texas is for real. They are sort of back. I do believe Texas will be in the discussion for next season as well when we go into the playoffs. But I feel like this might be Washington's time. It might be Washington's year. Who knows? As for the Rose Bowl, the nuke. I hate both of those fucking teams. I hate Alabama and I hate Michigan. I hate Alabama because it's Alabama. I hate Michigan because I love Ohio State. That said, I feel like Alabama is white hot right now. So they might have a slight edge there. But Michigan has just been so consistently good all season long that I think that might weigh and carry over into the Rose Bowl. We'll find out here in about an hour when they kick off in Pasadena. And again, in about 45 minutes. After this game is over, in about 45 minutes, I will be back on the air with a logical Canadian Red Rubber Duckman, and we will be broadcasting, live streaming, and reacting to the Rose Bowl, and then right after that, the semifinals, all in one big mega cast across 3 YouTube channels. Feel free to share the love with those guys as well. But if you want to just stick around here and just get notified from my channel, subscribe, click the bell icon for when I go live. And hopefully you won't miss a thing. So, 2nd and 2. Tennessee just scored another fucking touchdown on Iowa. God damn it. Jesus Christ, guys. Lay off. Liberty has the ball on 2nd and 2. They'll bring it to the first down marker. And it is going to be 3rd down and short. Or are they going to give it to them? Nope, they'll give them the first down. So, all right. Dang, the Big Ten gets beat up in the postseason. I really do hate it, man. Not always. Not always. Ohio State kind of broke the mold in 2014 in the original first playoff. But these other teams in bowl games, I mean, yeah. In the Big Ten, if you're not Penn State, Michigan, or Ohio State, you were considered inferior. Ironically, the only one of those teams that has actually won a game is none of them. Maryland and Minnesota are the only 2 teams I think that have won a bowl game. Oh, Rutgers. Rutgers won the Pinstripe Bowl the other day, too. So the mediocre bowl games, I hate to say mediocre, but the lower tier bowl games that the Big Ten has involved in, they've won. They won the Music City, they won the Pinstripe, and they won another. But these New Year Day games are just getting crushed. Iowa, we knew they were in trouble. Wisconsin, we knew they were in trouble, but they put up a good fight against LSU. And that's a fumble by Liberty, and that's going to be recovered by Oregon, and this is just ugly. A big hit, turnover by Liberty, and Oregon has a chance to maybe put up a 50-burger. Scenes are bad, man. The scenes are bad. God damn. No, that's a good point, though. I agree that the Big Ten's been getting beat up today, but in general, this bowl season, they have, for the most part, held their own. I mean, I favored Bowling Green over a 5-7 Minnesota team, and Minnesota won. So. And for anybody saying, well, this is why the group of 5 should not be in the playoff at all, I disagree. You got to give those group of 5 teams a chance. 1, because they deserve it. You know, they work so hard. They need to have an opportunity. 2, you don't want to get an antitrust lawsuit for keeping out the smaller schools just because they are perceived to be inferior. Yet you're in the same division. That's what killed the Bowl Alliance and brought the BCS, and that's ultimately what forced the BCS to allow more group of 5 teams was antitrust issues. You can't have a monopoly on just the Power 5 in college football, which we got to stop saying Power 5 because the Pac-12 is basically going to be dead once these bowl games have concluded and everything else finishes up for the academic year. All right, 2nd and 3 for Oregon, and that's going to be brought down for a little bit of a loss. Got about 5 minutes to go in this game. Going to be third down. Strongest point I've heard for smallest conferences. Yeah. The NCAA might be trying to wiggle around that because we heard a little while back before the bowl season kicked off that the NCAA was strongly considering breaking off the power conferences and the mid-majors into two new divisions to kind of force them apart. That wouldn't prevent them from, obviously filing to transfer into a new division, but what it would do is it would basically create a new level of competition that you got FCS, which is obviously what we already know, your North Dakota States, your Montanas, all that shit. You have your mid-major division, which would have teams like Liberty. It would have teams like Boise State and some others. And then you would have your major division, which would have your Oregons, Alabamas, Michigans, the Blue Bloods. That would be what the NCAA is trying to kind of push. And the reason why they're trying to push something like that, as Oregon's going for it on 4th and 1, and it'll be caught and complete for a first down inside the 30. And the reason why the NCAA is doing that is because they don't want these big schools to break off and form their own league. They're trying to get ahead of that. There's been rumors for years that this is what the college football programs, the major college football programs, need to do. But the NCAA is trying to get ahead of that, and by creating a new division within FBS, which would be the division that would have players getting paid through revenue sharing. So, I'm not a fan of that. I feel like everybody should be getting paid if they're all getting TV time, but that's just me. I'm not the man. I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid to make these decisions, and God help those that do. About 3 minutes to go now. Oregon's just trying to end this swiftly, and I don't blame them. This is about over with. We'll stick around for a few minutes when this game has hit all zeros. Like I said, at 4:45, we will be starting the MegaCast, so we'll stick around for a few minutes when this is over, and then we'll sign off. I'll get a new drink, and we'll get ready for the MegaCast. And we got a pass to the outside that's then flipped to another wide receiver, and it'll be third down for Oregon. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to 50 here. We're just under 3 minutes to go now. 2.5 to go left in the game. Oregon is obviously deep in Liberty territory, but they're not in a rush to get another touchdown. The result's pretty much over. The game is done. It's just getting the clock to triple zeros. And that's fine with me. No need to do anything stupid and get anybody hurt here. So, 3rd and 5 for Oregon from the 24. Got 2 minutes to go on the dot. And ball snapped, drop back to pass, throw, completed. That's going to be a first down. And he's going to make it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And that'll be a first down for Oregon. And I think that they'll probably go ahead and just start taking a knee at this point. They'll probably line out with victory here. No need to go for a touchdown. You don't need to do that. Tony, I will see you around. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate having you. Hopefully I'll see you at the MegaCast here later. All right, so first goal for Oregon, victory formation. And they are, yeah. And they're going to probably take 2 knees, and they're going to call the game right here. And Novosad will sit on it, and that is about all she wrote. One more snap left in this ball game. And then, like I said, we will be back in about a half hour or so once we sign off to begin the MegaCast for the semifinals, the big boys. And Novosad waiting for that play clock to roll all the way down to 0. And that is that. Final score from the Fiesta Bowl: Oregon 45, Liberty 6. And that is the end of the career of Bo Nix. We will see him in the NFL. And that was tough to watch. Final thoughts. Anybody in the comments section, final thoughts? I'm here. I'll hang around for a few more minutes to answer any questions y'all have. But, I mean, the name of the game was this. Liberty's only chance to win that game was if it was to be able to go blow for Oregon. Their offense could not even come close to doing that. If Bo Nix hadn't started, it would have been a different story, but obviously he did, and because of his starting, they got the win. So that is probably going to be where we end this stream, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by to say hello. Quick subscriber check, see how many of us join our little community that we've been building here. We started this journey for college football videos back in August, right before the season started. Wasn't very consistent at first, and then apparently some of y'all really enjoy my content, which I appreciate. We started the show at 575. We are up to 583. So to the 7 or 8 of you guys that joined our little community today, I thank you. It continues to show that we're doing something here that is good, that you all enjoy, that I'm doing something right, and I'm happy to do it. We will be back in 35 minutes for the MegaCast. If you want to be notified when that starts, subscribe and click the bell icon. But we'll be back here at 4:45 for the MegaCast for the semifinal. We'll be covering both the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowls back to back with my buddies, Illogical Canadian and Red Rubber Duckwind. I will see you bastards in a half hour.